coming through with jujitsu. That we do.
Check, check, check. What's good? Hold up. What's good? Mic check, everybody. What is good? Look at all those people we got in the building. I'm gonna get a mic check. Can we get a mic check and a sound check? How's my volume? Is it good? Is it good? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? No. Check. Check. It's good. I'm trying to look for this volumes. Check. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of Fired Up and Furious. My name is Furious, obviously, and we got a special guest today. But before we get into that, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to everybody that's been participating in the Furious Friday nightclub. Definitely a big thing that was going on. You know, inviting all my homies, right? Inviting all my homies from San Diego and some guest DJs to come spin on that. So big shout out to everybody that participated in that. Also, Subscriber Sunday. Everybody that came out to Subscriber Sunday, I want to thank you all for that. So that was definitely a good time for that one. And that, once again, that goes every Sunday, the first Sunday of the month, all right, at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Boom. All right. And also, I want to give a big shout out to my co-host, once again, DJ 360, for reaching that 1,000 followers. 1,000 followers. That is a big feat right there. And also, big ups to my homie and my brother, DJ Ryan Live, for hitting that 1,000 followers as well here on Twitch, because it is not easy. It is not easy. I'm telling y'all right now, it's not easy. So if you see those DJs, if you're in their chat, if you're hanging out with them, make sure you give them a big shout out, because reaching that 1,000 1K followers is not easy. I'm telling you, it requires hustle, requires hard work, requires dedication. You know, just when you want to give up, you said, no, I'm gonna keep going. So that's what it requires. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the my co-hosts. Let me unmute them. Jinky, what's up?
Hey, what's good, everybody? Happy Monday.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing, Furious?
I'm doing fine.
Busy weekend.
It's always a busy weekend here in Furious Land.
That's right.
And once again, congratulations to your 1K. What's up? What's good?
Thank you so much.
You know,
I almost lost it, but yeah, I had everybody with me. Rage is actually the one who told me.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rage.
You're welcome.
Sabo,
I'll never forget you, boo.
Sabo, what's up, man? What's good? What's bracking? What's going on there?
What's happening, kids? What's going on?
You're looking pretty intense there. What's really going on?
I'm just sexy. It's just you're not used to my sexy.
I don't. Yeah.
We'll never be used to
I don't think we'll never be, especially on their OnlyFans page, which I'm like the only fan, but I appreciate that. DJ Rage, what's good?
What's cracking, lacking?
What's going on, man? What's good with you?
You know, I got on my flying out to San Diego, coming back. So.
Where you come? You were in Dubai, right?
Yeah, I was in Dubai for a minute, so I'm flying back to San Diego right now. You know, I had like some major trouble at the airport. You know, I was having a hard time trying to get on my flight. So good though.
That's
I'm here.
crazy, bro.
I can't miss it, especially with the guests today. Hell no.
That's right, and that leads us to our special guest for today. Yo, my man CYBERKID, what is good? What's good, man? What's cracking? Let me unmute him. CYBERKID, what's good, bro?
Oh, we can't hear him.
There we go.
There we go.
You
We
hear
got
me?
him now. We got him now.
Are we good?
We good now. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's good? What's popping with you, man?
CYBERKID.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you guys for having me. This is amazing. I've been following the podcast since the beginning. So I was, I try to check in on Mondays when you guys do it. It's pretty amazing, man. I love the episode you guys had with E-Rock. A lot of history. So I thought that was amazing, man. So thank you again for having me. Furious 360 Sable and Rage. You know, me and you go back.
Oh, I know.
Go back a long time, brother.
A long time, bro.
Old school
And
radio
now-
days.
And now we're about to get all your secrets too.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Let's go. Let's
We
go.
can do that for sure.
Oh shit! Well, that's what's up, man. So we always start out with we say every superhero has an origin story. So tell us about CYBERKID, your origin story coming out the 805. What's good?
Well, You got to back up a little bit. I actually was born in LA, so I grew up I would say so I was about 16 in La Puente. That's actually where I'm from.
Hey, I
Oh,
used to live
shit.
out in Wesco.
So yeah,
Right
West
there,
Covina, La
right
Puente,
there.
Whittier, Pico Rivera, like that whole
Mhm.
area is where I grew up originally. I didn't start my DJ career until I moved to the 805, but I was all about baseball. I was training to be a professional baseball player, from when I was 8 years old all the way through getting ready to go to college, and DJing kind of took over my life. But we'll start at the 805. I went to Carpinteria High School. If anybody doesn't know where that's at, it's a little tiny city with about 3 stoplights in between Santa Barbara and Ventura. It's right on the coast. There was about 600 kids in my high school. My parents moved me there when I was 16 from La Puente. I finished school there and started DJing. Started DJing like I would say 1994, my junior year of high school.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's where it all kind of started for me. You know what I mean? It was kind of like going to backyard barbecues and parties and seeing like the DJs there. And actually, a gentleman right now that's we have a house together. I've been best friends with him for 35 years. I learned how to DJ in his garage. His name is DJ Cass. He used to kind of be the guy in the 805 that would do all the parties, all the UCSB joints, like all the frat parties. And if anybody's ever been up to Santa Barbara, they know about UCSB. UCSB frat parties are insane. Same as STSU, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely. You know how that goes. I used to do all those too.
Yeah, man, I remember going down there every now and then. But yeah, so then 97, I got my first radio gig. It was October 97. And it was crazy because in between the 3 years that I started DJing and I got my first radio gig, me and a couple other partners, we opened up a record store in the Oxnard Esplanade. I know 360, you know a little bit about that.
I know a lot about that place.
We used to own a record store called Hard Step Records. It was in the mall, and it was myself, my brother Jimmy, two boys Victor and Vince, which they were like the local rave promoters at the time. And there was only two record stores. There was us and another one named I can't remember the name of it now, but it's eventually where I ended up meeting a Mega Man for the first time. He was 10 years old, I think, at that time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've known Mega Man for a lot of years. So we ended up doing radio together. We had a show in '98 that was produced by a guy named Joey Boy. Shout out to him. He's in Arizona right now doing radio. I like to call him the radio godfather. He actually just got a gig in LA doing AMP radio mornings. So congratulations to him. And it was called 4 Turntables and a Mic, Friday nights. And it was me. It was our slogan was 4 turntables, 3 hours, 2 DJs, 1 MC. And we had everybody come up through there. Rozelle, Guru, the rest of the Roots. We had Questlove. We had the Who Riders before they did anything.
Oh no.
So yeah, so if you were, you're talking 98, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Who Riders' first record came out in 98, 97, 98.
I remember them coming to the station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean, remember, you used to have guys like Judd Guevara, and those guys would bring them through.
Oh shit, you brought up Judd.
Yeah, shout out Judd, Loud Records, man. So we ran that for a few years, and I was, I would say, I did radio there probably for about 4 or 5 years.
What year was that? What years were those?
That was 97 to I would say 97 to 2000.
Okay.
99 to, so about 3.5 years. Then I got approached by a young gentleman, rest in peace, DJ Hideo.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Rest in peace, Hideo.
Yes, rest in peace, Hideo, man. That's my brother.
Such a good dude.
Amazing. He was the music director of 92.3 The Beat at the time. And we had a couple of cross paths at a couple of big DJ functions, the conferences, things of that nature. Always cool dude. Energy was amazing. You know what I mean? Always trying to help the next guy out. Always.
Yep.
So when I had parted ways from Ventura, he was like, yo, you want to come over to LA? And I was like, no brainer, no question. he put me on weekends on the beat. And from there, I ended up getting a weekend job in Palm Springs at KKUU when Patty Moreno was the program director.
Oh shoot, I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah,
Patty.
Patty
Yeah.
Moreno.
I worked for Patty at Blazing
Did
here
you?
in San Diego.
Wow. So and there's a lot that carries through that. Like obviously I've been friends with Justin Credible for 20 plus years. I met him when he was in high school when I was doing radio in Ventura. So it was kind of one of those things where he ended up going to Palm Springs, put the foot in for me there with Patty. I ended up going there. He went to San Diego.
Yep.
I went up to Santa Maria. So and there was about a year where I got out of radio. I got a regular job, if you believe it. I was a DVD engineer. I was engineering DVDs for a company called Technicolor for
Oh
about a
wow,
year.
really?
Yeah, because their home base is in Camarillo, California.
I was gonna say my mom used to work for them.
Yeah, I think if you lived anywhere in the 805, either somebody's brother, cousin,
They
aunt,
all worked
mom,
there.
somebody worked at Technicolor.
That's
So
right.
yeah, and then a gentleman by the name of Lee Cagle, he his claim to fame is he's the guy that picked the Big Pimpin' song off the album when they weren't going to release it, and he told them to release it, and it ended up being a #1 record. But he was out of Missouri or something. But I met my name got tossed around. He was the PD in Santa Maria. He brought me there. When my time was done with there, my parents said, "Hey, we bought a house in Vegas. What do you think about moving to Vegas?" And I was like, "Okay, all right, shoot, let me just pack up and go." So I literally just packed up and
Wow.
went,
Wow, just like that. You just said,
just like that. My parents needed help, and they were like, "Hey, like we're gonna stay in Santa Barbara. Can you help? I have an older sister. Will you help her take care of the house for us?" So I said, "Okay, I'm out."
Wow.
Left radio,
nice.
came to Vegas, and started my journey there. And that's,
What year?
that's
What
kind- that
year?
was,
What year was that? That was
0405. About
04,
05.
05. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Yeah.
So I've been in
Wow.
Vegas about 15 years,
You've been there for a minute.
and I'm horrible with years, so it's circa
Yeah, yeah,
95, somewhere around there.
I think I'm the same way too. I'll be like, I remember around that time.
I can tell you everything that happened along the way. I just could not tell you the year. But I do remember when I moved. My dad showed up to my house with a U-Haul. We packed up all the records. We packed up everything that you see behind me, plus some over there, and we just dipped out to Vegas, man, in the middle of July, in the middle of the summer.
Ooh.
Oh, when it was
Wow.
hot, like what 115 and so, right?
Right?
Yeah, and I had never
Yeah.
been out here, so I didn't know anything about Vegas. I knew nothing. I knew War and Peace was here.
Oh shit,
And
Warren.
that was War and Peace and Mr. Bob, man. That was it. Like, they
Yeah.
had their Thursday Night Raw, and that's really all I knew about Vegas.
Wow. So
Nice.
what did you have to do to break into the market without having any connections or whatnot? What did you
Well,
walk
at
us
the
through that?
time, obviously we were, deeply connected. I was already, I think, 11 or 10 years into the radio game.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We were,
Okay.
so I had put in some calls. A really good friend of ours named Lucy B. She used to work for Electra.
Oh shit, Lucy.
Rach, am I taking you back?
You're just taking me back. Cause like these are the people that I definitely hung out with, and I definitely had conversations with every day.
Well,
on a reg.
Yeah,
what I
I mean,
mean?
it was different back then. You know what I mean? You would see your record rep 3 times a week if you were in California.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but Lucy B was from Oxnard, so she actually lived in Oxnard. So I would see her 4 or 5 times a week. She would just pull up to the station when I was in Ventura. So I got really close to her and a couple other people like Judd and Brandon Scales and those guys. And those guys
Yeah.
are still doing amazing work with the record labels and Warner and stuff like that. And I just basically was like, "Hey, I'm moving to Vegas. Do you know anybody out there?" Jay Noyes, aka Jay Cruz, was in Vegas at the time. So I ended up getting a job bagging groceries at Vaughn's part-time.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I had to go to work, so I did that. And then one day, Noise called and was like, "Hey, I got weekends for you," and I was like, "I'll take it." And I remember this specifically, and you guys could look up the date on this, but I was there for about 2 to 3 weeks, and it was Hot 97 Vegas, which is actually the station I'm at now again. So we'll circle back to that, but It was the night of the 213 reunion show in Vegas, and everybody, and it was at Mandalay Bay, and every single record label rep from Latin Prince, Hits Magazine, MCA, I mean, you name it, they were here for this show. Now, because it was Vegas, I didn't understand the level of like, why is everybody here? It's a 213 reunion show. It's just a concert, but I didn't understand later. I didn't understand about Vegas yet. So then once I understood why everybody came to Vegas for the show. I was on the air, LP and a guy named T-Ski, which happened to be the program director of a station across the street, which was Wild 102 in Vegas, was in the car listening to me play. And I got a call at 7 o'clock the next morning after drinking until 6. And T-Ski woke me up and offered me a job across the street, APD, MD, and mix show coordinator, and I took it.
Nice.
So I ended up leaving hot, going over to Wild. Was there about a year, and then they flipped the format. I don't know if you remember, Rage, you might remember this, and Sable, the guys that were in radio probably remember this. On Mexican Independence Day, Clear Channel at the time, there was no iHeart yet, had announced they were going to flip 50 stations to regional Mexican.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
Remember
I
that?
remember
Yep.
that. Word.
My
I remember
station
that big time.
was
Yeah.
one of those stations.
Yeah.
So we were number 2 in the market at the time. And I begged my general manager, her name was Brandy. I begged her. I said, look at the numbers. I said, don't flip us. We are literally about to be number 1. And it was, it came up down from above. So they ended up flipping us. Everybody ended up losing their job. During that time, my short year at Wild, T-Ski was DJing at the Rio. It was Club Rio back in the day.
I used to DJ there too.
At Club Rio?
Yeah.
He did Friday and Saturday nights, and one weekend, his one of his boys that used to MC for him, he's like, I gotta go to a wedding in San Diego. Like, can you cover for him? I was like, okay, cool. I came in. We did obviously did an amazing job. There was a guy named Paulie Friedman at the time, was the manager of the club. He is now one of the directors at the Wynn Properties. So if anybody that's in here is from Vegas, you know the name Paulie Friedman. The guy's been around for a long time. He ended up offering me a job as the MC. So now I was MCing and doing radio during the day and MCing on the weekends, Friday, Saturday. And then eventually
Nice.
T-Ski left and moved to San Diego,
Yep.
T-Ski.
which
Yeah.
he is there now. And
Yep.
he ended up handing me his residency at the Rio. And that was my first ever residency that I ever got.
that's dope.
So it was kind of just, kind of put my head down and kind of just went through it. Didn't know too many people. Always went to visit people if I could. Obviously I was, every Thursday I was with Warren, watching him be the amazing beast DJ that he is.
He is a beast.
And I learned a lot by watching him. Where do we go from there? Let's see. From that time, Caesars and Harrah's, and you guys could also look up the dates on this either. Harrah's was about to purchase Caesars Entertainment. They were about to purchase each other and become a partnership. Well, once that deal went through, they took Paulie, which was a director of Club Rio, and made him a director of all nightlife for their properties.
That was
And
big.
then that was huge back then. That nobody had ever done that before. So, but because they only had, back in the days, the hotels, they ran their own properties. There was no Pure Management Company. There was no Angel. There was no, Excess Wind Nightlife. There was none of that. It was, if you worked, you had managers that worked at Studio 54 that ran Studio 54 and Taboo. You know what I mean? They were run by the hotels themselves. Ooh, excuse me. So once that happened, he took over the Paris, Carnival Court, and so on and so on. And he said, "Hey, I got 4 or 5 gigs for you.
Wow.
Here you go." And it just lined up for there. So I was at the Paris, which is now Chateau. It used to be called Risque Nightclub.
Yeah.
I remember Risque.
You remember Risque?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful outdoor, like all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Chateau has like probably the best view of the strip. Like
100%.
club.
Besides Dre's, I will tell you,
I
Yeah.
haven't been to the Dre's
Outside-
recently.
the outside of Dre's,
Yeah.
if you stand on the top second level of the beach club, you can look either direction.
Either way,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what Victor has been able to do. Victor and Dustin and NBA have been able to do with that property, man. It's insane. And I can't wait to get back. Trust me. The hotel is shut down till September 30th. They're filming a CBS TV show
Oh,
called
wow.
Okay.
Love
yeah.
Island. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that.
No,
Yeah, I was on
I-
it. I was on it. I quit. I quit so I could do Fired Up and Furious on Mondays.
I
It was
appreciate
either
it.
one or the other.
I
Good
appreciate
choice,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
I mean, you
appreciate
know what I'm
that,
saying?
man. Appreciate
I was
that.
like, well, fuck you, Hollywood.
So, damn, where were we? I lost my train of thought.
Well, we're
So
talking
sorry,
about
bro.
yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
No,
So
you were
think
just talking
think
about.
you guys are gonna go back to Dre's? Or Dre's is gonna open up again? You think?
I mean, there's no permanent word, but the word that I've been given through kind of the grapevine is New Year's.
New Year's.
Is what the
Really?
target date
That's
is,
still
I
some
guess.
time.
Yeah, that's still wild.
I mean, but that was in April when we first heard
Oh, that
that.
was
So
April, yeah.
I haven't, none of us have, and because the hotel is shut down for the TV show, which I believe wasn't an original plan for the Cromwell. They
Mhm.
ended up getting that because we were closed. So now that might push a lot of things back. But if anything, my guess would probably be summer next year.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. I was
Yeah,
hearing summer.
that's. I was just about to say that's what I've been hearing is that like a lot of places, especially in Vegas, aren't even going to fuck with it until next summer. But
Yeah,
a lot of
because-
clubs here in San Diego aren't even planned on being open until next summer. If they open up, a lot of places are done.
You
They're
gotta
like,
remember,
we're done.
You know what I mean? You got to remember too. Like, there's two ways to look at things. You look at a place like Dre's that holds 4,500 people, right? We have the space to spread people out, but once you
Yeah.
get alcohol involved,
Oh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you get 118-degree heat in the summer
Yeah,
at beach
yeah.
club.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much you can do. This guy's gonna go see a girl, and there's
Yeah,
no way
yeah.
they're gonna social distance. You're gonna make them put their mask on. Like, there's no way to real police it in a nightclub. You can do it on a casino floor, but there's no way to police it in a nightclub.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the owners and whatnot were like, you know what, Victor's all about everybody's safety. His son, NBA, are like,
Mhm.
you know what, they got families, kids. They know everything about this, and they said, you know what, let's just wait. It sucks for obviously the people that were employed and everybody that got furloughed and let go, but it's better than everybody getting sick and
Yeah.
it running through the property and God forbid somebody doesn't make it out of that.
Yeah.
So one of our good friends in Arizona, unfortunately he didn't make it out of that situation. So
Oh wow.
Oh man,
Um,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
sorry to
DJ
hear that.
Steele, man, he
I heard that.
amazing. You heard about that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
They were talking about it.
so is what I mean. So they basically wanted to proceed on the side of caution, and I couldn't
Mhm.
agree with them more. I got a family myself. I have 3 daughters upstairs, my wife, and my mother-in-law. So there's no way. I've actually turned down 3 gigs so far in Vegas
Mm-hmm.
so far, just because I can't risk it. You know what I mean? Plus, I also work at an office with a radio station, and if I get sick,
Yeah.
everyone else gets sick.
Yes.
It's another situation for other people, and I'm not about to put anybody in harm's way.
Yeah.
So, where were we? We're at the Paris, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so from that moment, they decided they want to close the Paris and remodel everything, which is where Chateau comes into play.
Yeah.
From that time, a gentleman by the name of DJ ROB was the music director of the Palms. He came to me and said, "We're building a team of people, a team of DJs, and we're going to call them the Gang of Nine."
The gang of
Gang,
The Gang
of
of Nine,
Nine.
because back in the day, the company that used to run the Palms was called the Nine Group.
Yeah.
And they had the Nine
Okay.
Steakhouse and all that. I said, we're building 2 new properties. We're building the Playboy Club, and we're building Moon Nightclub. And we want a team of DJs that solely works for us. And that, so I left there and signed on with the Palms. And that was, you guys remember the Abe Froman Showman,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
which
I remember
was
hearing that.
DJ Five,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Stone Rock, Graham, Obi-Wan,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Vice. So we had Mark Styles, DJ Exodus. There was probably I would say about 30 of us. And Mike Fuller was our music director, and literally Greg Lopez was also in that lineup. And we literally played at 4 venues. 4 nights a week. So one night I play at Rain, you play at Ghost Bar, or you open up here, I close here, and we would do that. Like I would open up at Rain, and then I would go right up to Moon and close.
Wow. Rain,
And
I
it-
haven't heard that one in a minute too.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ian and the guys from Red Bull, man. He was the GM over there.
Rain was a dope club, though.
Yeah, it was. We
that
did
was.
we did a couple of deviates there.
I remember the first time I ever walked into Rain and I saw that fire hit.
Ooh,
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
I was mind blown. I was
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
what is, you know,
The
and I'm
ceiling.
coming from Santa Barbara DJing like bars and little tiny venues, and you walk into a venue like this and you're like,
It's like,
holy
wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first, I would say, well, Club Rio was kind of a mega club by its size and nature, but there was nothing like the energy in Rain.
Yeah.
I was mindfully blown away. And then, you know, eventually that came to an end. In the midst of that coming to an end, I seem to kind of get lucky towards the end of everything ending, kind of picking up something else. This is a funny story. I don't know if you guys know a local DJ in Vegas. Her name is Miss Joy.
Mhm.
I had became really good friends with Miss Joy, and she got an opportunity to open up
Oh,
a
I know.
club
Yeah.
in the Venetian. It was called
Yep.
Tao. She was the first resident they ever picked. And she said, will you come with me? I want you to come with me and stay with me. I said, of course. So I helped her. We were still on vinyl back in the day. So I was helping her carry her crates up to this little tree house. If anybody's ever been to the old tree house DJ booth at Tao, I swear to you, the the ladder to get there was about as big as a milk crate.
Oh,
And you had to
wow.
hand them up to people one by like half by half, and they would pack them back into your crate for
Oh
you.
man,
That's how small
horrible.
it was.
It's, yeah. It's like
do you
tipsy.
remember? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. So
So about 2 or 3 weeks in, I get a call from the music director at Tao. His name is Omar Galliano, and
I work with Omar.
yeah, that's right, Mac Agency. Shout out
Yeah,
to
that's
Eddie
right.
and those guys, man, that run everything over at Best Friend and
Yep.
On the record, man. Again, that's and those guys have also an amazing journey. Eddie and those guys, it's amazing to watch those guys do what they did with Light Group and
Yep.
all of that. So I get a call from Omar asking me if I know where Joy is. And I was like, no, it's like 8:30. And I'm like, no, I think she's in Seattle. She was traveling at the time, doing a lot of good things. And he goes, okay, I'll call you back. About 10 minutes later, my phone rings. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. He goes, come on, DJ? I'm like, sure. Where? He goes, Tal, I need you here in 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And that happens a lot, right? You get like
that
those quick
happens a lot.
calls just
Yeah.
to come out.
And it happens a lot. The one thing, and we'll cover this, later on, but never say no.
Yeah.
You never know what's
Right.
gonna happen from that. From that moment, I did a 3-year residency at Tao.
Nice.
I saw 5 come in, which I believe he's still the resident there on Thursdays, like 10, 11 years later. Vice with doing Saturdays with Scratchy. I mean, it was
Yep.
watching Tao in its heyday do what it did, and Jason and knowing those guys over at Strategic Group. I mean, those guys are geniuses, man. It was amazing. I got to see Jay-Z in the Hangar Tour. The last day of the Hangar Tour there, he ended at Tao that night. It was like 2 a.m. Got to see the opening of Tao Beach Club, which, if you think hip hop at the time of those years, you're talking Mary J, Jeezy, anybody who was anybody, Usher, Diddy, they were all in the same building.
Oh,
Everybody was
wow.
in the same building, and they were literally just handing the mic back and forth to each other, doing a small concert. It went on for 3.5 hours. It's the most amazing thing I ever seen.
Crazy.
And Vice was DJing the whole thing, and Diddy just kept on calling out years to him, and he just kept dropping shit. I learned a lot that night
Wow.
Yeah.
about how to control a big room.
That's the heyday right there.
Yeah, crazy, amazing. And then from there, DJ Hollywood, which was a very big staple in Las Vegas. Man, that guy
Oh man,
ran.
yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like Hollywood has, and it's still running the thing with the Beat Clan crew and all of those things, guys that they're doing with, Greg Lopez and those guys. Shout out to them. He gave me an opportunity to come over to Pure,
Oh shit.
and I was at Pure for 7 years with Shift, Eric Deluxe, and I shout out to Zandy, which she is the director of, I want to say the director at Nightlife for the Win now, but she got an opportunity to open up a mega pool, I would say, which was the second mega pool in Vegas at the MGM. It was called Wet Republic.
Yeah.
And she called myself, DJ Crooked, Scene, DJ Shift, and it was one other. I can't remember at the moment. But we did the walkthrough. We had hard hats on. Everything was still concrete. We got to see it, and she said, "This is going to be the new day live spot for MGM." And I was there for 6 years. A lot of those years cross paths. So like I would do wet and towel, or I would do pure and wet, or you know what I mean. Also, LAX falls in there when AM went to pure and left. He brought Vice from towel to pure, which is a whole nother story. I think that lasted about 6 to 8 months, but they built LAX nightclub for him at the Luxor, which was where War and Peace and Mr. Bob used to do Raw.
Yeah.
And now it's Esports Arena.
Yep.
Esports Arena.
But
I
that
used
used
to
to be a
do that.
nightclub.
Yeah, I remember that nightclub because I remember I used to do that lounge right there, and I used to remember seeing that line go around the building, and I used to do that lounge right next to it.
Yeah,
So-
what was that lounge right in front right there?
Oh,
what was it?
the center.
Center, yeah.
Center bar, right?
Center bar.
The
yeah.
center bar. So I
Center
used
bar.
to do that, and everybody used to hang out there before they go in the club.
Yeah, I mean watching. Remember there was Cat House. Cat House was there. That also came and went. A lot of different venues opened up and closed during this last 15 years of the run. So I stayed with when I joined Pure, it was Pure Management, and then it ended up getting the name change. Neil Moffat was the guy that bought it, and he changed it to a company called Angel Management Group. He bought it from Stevie and all of the original owners of Pure, changed it to Angel. Then when Neil went off and did a partnership with guys that owned the Hakkasan Restaurant Group, is when they built Hakkasan. And then they changed the name of the company to Hakkasan Group.
Yeah.
And that's when things really, really got crazy. They, obviously they built Hakkasan. Wet Republic was already on like year 7 or 8. They closed down Pure Nightclub and built Omnia, where Omnia is now. Right before that, it was October 2014. I remember it pretty clear. That's pretty much the only date I remember. I had parted ways with Hakkasan Group, and one of my old bosses from MGM from Hakkasan Group, his name is Constantine Deslis. He was the artist handler and the artist buyer for Dre's. He had left and went to Dre's, and he had heard that I parted ways with Hakkasan Group, and he offered me a job at Dre's. That was November, the end of October 2014 is when I started at Dre's, and I've been there ever since.
Wow.
It was pretty amazing.
So
Yeah, that's an amazing adventure right there.
So
Yeah.
for you to have all these connections, would you have to say that maintaining the relationship, a good relationship with a lot of people, is pretty key?
Yes, and I will say this, and I think E-Rock said it on your guys' podcast. Actually, he said something to the degree of a relationship is your best form of currency. I think he said something to that degree, and I couldn't agree with him more. I had to learn that along the way. I didn't, trust me. If we would have done this interview 10 years ago, my answers would be completely different. And I'm just being 100% honest with you.
Let's talk about that. Talk about these times where there's been some growth. Pause.
A lot of growth. Well, you learn a lot, because I was also new to the city. I want to stress, like, people that come to Vegas or start DJing in Vegas, you're here for 2, 3, 4 years. You're still new. Like, things change on a dime like that. I've seen it happen. I've been somewhere and I've seen a guy lose his job over
Overnight.
a drink.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Over a
Yeah,
drink?
I mean, just for whatever situation. And I've stood in front of people and had a drink with somebody at 3 a.m. and after and say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to work? And that turns into a residency. Like, the one thing I will say is, don't take anything for granted. There's a lot. I don't know how to say this the correct way. There's a lot of things I wish I would have known 10 years ago, but I'm glad I went through the situations that I did to get to where I am right now. You know what I mean?
You got to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I think, having children, my daughter just turned 14. I I started to learn a lot by teaching her, hey, you can't do this. Don't treat people that way. You
Yeah.
can't say this to people.
Yeah.
Why are you being mean to this person?
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to you. And then I started taking a closer look at myself and being like, how am I going to teach her if I'm over here being a dick to everybody?
Yeah.
Which I will say, anybody that's heard a story, believe it. Believe it. And you know, it's one of those things too. Like there's two sides of me. You know, not everybody gets the same version of you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's people that, you know, well, depends on who you ask. People always ask me like, well, what will people say about you? I said, depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
Definitely.
There are some people that I will give the last dollar I have to people.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I try now as much as I can to lift up and help as much as I can. And, you know, there's some people in the chat right now that have that just, you know, young DJs that have called me or have DM'd me like, hey, like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, do this, go for it. Like, if you need help, call me. I got you. Even with this Twitch thing, like, shout out DJ E Diz. Like, I gave up. I couldn't get it right. It was new to me. I didn't know anything about streaming. I was new to the whole schematics of everything. I'm an audio guy. Like, I didn't know anything. So when I couldn't get it right, I literally, I called him. I was like, bro, I'm done. Like, I can't do this. Like, I literally gave up. And he called me. He's like, nah. He's like, open your computer. We're going to get your settings right, and you're going to go back on. And thank God for him. Now it's been 20 days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
On Twitch, you know.
Nice.
Killing it.
Wow,
Killing
yeah,
it.
that's good.
So thank you.
I'm glad you didn't give up, man. Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people are like throwing in the towel, man. It's like, yo, don't do it, but don't throw in the towel, dude. You gotta keep grinding, you know.
Yeah,
but,
don't ever give up, man. That's you know. And again, that was me trying to. I read this the other day. It said, when you give up, the day you give up is the day you let someone else win.
That's for sure.
That is,
Yep.
that's definitely for sure.
And I was like, you know, there's two ways. You know, again, I'm always playing devil's advocate with myself. So I said, well, what's wrong with somebody else winning? You know, you don't want to be that guy, right? I mean, but then I'm like, nah, like let's all win. How about we all do it together then? You know, and instead of like you winning or just me winning, let's all win. And again, you know, that came from growth and a lot of talkings, you know, shout out to DJ 5. He talked me out of stop DJing about 8 years ago.
Oh, really? He talked you out of stopping?
He talked me out of it. Yeah, I was ready to hang up the headphones.
Why? What caused you to almost retire, man?
It was just one of those moments where I felt like I was in a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
I think we all go through that though, right?
Oh, shit.
I mean,
my
I
God,
want
for
to
real.
quit DJing like every other month.
Oh my gosh.
But you know,
Yeah.
as you can tell from my story from when I started in radio to that moment, it has been kind of nonstop for me. It's kind of, you go from one to the next, and then you move and you move up and you move up and you move up and you keep going. And then I got to a point where I was like, okay, I've been here 6 years. I've been here 7 years. There's no raises coming. There's new venues coming. There's new DJs. Oh, he got the residency. And then you start to, you know, I at least, I started to get bitter. And it was like, well, why did he get it?
Yeah.
Why didn't I get it? I've been doing this forever. I'm good at what I do. Why, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and then I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. Like, I don't want to feel like that. And
Do you feel like that might have been like that Vegas culture though? Because it's really competitive there. Because it's not just regular clubs. Like you had, the city's got a lot of huge clubs. So I mean, it's not an ego thing, but it's just
no,
like,
I think it is though. I think it is an ego
I mean,
thing.
not 100%, but it's like, okay, there's so much competition because of the level of talent and the kind of clubs that are out there, right?
Yeah, I do agree. And it's let's see. When you start to get around a level of talent like DJ 5 and Hollywood and these guys, I mean, you're talking, you know, DJ Vice and you know, even rest in peace DJ AM, you know, from that time. And we had Jazzy Jeff was now starting to become a resident, and Z Trip was becoming a resident. I mean, you're starting to have these big, giant talent names around you.
Yeah.
And you're not growing with them, and you know, you're in the same venue as them. I had to open up for AM. I've had to open up for Z Trip. I've had to do that. You start to, at least I did. I can't speak for anybody else, but I started to get upset and say, why am I not getting that opportunity? Like I've
Yeah.
been here. I've been the one supporting this guy. Like let me, you know, and I'm sure we've all done it. Like there's been times in Vegas nightclubs where we all know the famous Jazzy Jeff story that he got kicked off at
Oh, yeah.
Surrender during
Yep.
AM. I was there. I watched
I-
the entire
I
thing go
heard
down.
about that. That was like big in the DJ
Mhm.
community.
I literally stood right there, and I was myself, Exodus, and a few others. We were the group that got walked out by security with
Oh
Jazzy.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot to that story. A lot of people don't tell, but you know, and I feel bad for I forgot who the DJ was that was opening and closing for Jazzy, but I feel bad for him because he was literally like in the corner, like I don't want to go back on, like this is not the situation that I want to be a part of, and if, you know, he had to do his job. No, we all knew he was. We were like, dude, you're good. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? We told him, but he didn't. He didn't want to be part of that situation, and people were booing, and it was a huge thing, and they blew it up, and a lot of people don't know this, but Jazzy did that gig for free.
Oh shit.
He canceled another gig and flew in that night to do AM's like party, like, you know, his rest in peace party, I guess you could call it. But yeah, a lot of people know that he did
Yeah.
he did that gig for free.
It's a memorial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's memorial. That's what it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, for that to go down the way it did was pretty shocking. And I mean, it hit the DJ community the next morning like really
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. That went viral. Like everybody.
Super viral. I remember, I think the Source had it. I mean, everybody had it, you know. But to be able to see something like that go down and watch Jazzy as he walked out, I mean, class act. Guy didn't say a word. He was shaking hands with everybody as he walked out. He even gave his vinyl to another dude that was standing there like, Jazz, can I get your autograph? He's like, nah. He pulled the vinyl out of his bag and gave it to him. Like, man, watching something like that is kind of inspiring. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So just watching him the way he handled himself was like a learning process for me.
Wow.
You know, it was very interesting to say the least.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I think a lot of people don't understand in the entertainment business, like there's all kinds of things that go on. I think, like, man, to just stick it out for as long as you have, as long as we all have, is a credit to all of us. You know what I mean? There's so many people. I mean, the entertainment business can be dope. You know, my brother
100%.
says it all the time that I have like the best stories in the world. I've had, you know, my brother's like, oh, my brother, god damn, man, like he's met everybody, like he just does you know, that shit is cool and all, but the business part of the industry, no matter what part it is, you know, I think everybody gets tired of dealing with the you know, the rat race of it, you know what
Yeah.
I mean,
Hamster
or the
wheel.
business of it, and you know, and then like you said, you see other cats that either you that started working after you started working, and or right when you started working, or you didn't know about them, and now they're like the biggest, you know, they're making, you know, mansion money, you know what I'm saying, they
Yeah.
can buy a Lambo in, you know, 2 gigs, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, like, and you're like, wait, what the fuck, like, what am I missing, what am I not doing, you
Yeah,
know?
and that was always a question too. Like, what am I doing wrong? And a lot of it, man, I'll be honest with you, a lot of it was just the way I was to people in general, because I was like, I'm good at what I do. You know, screw you. What do you know? But I didn't realize the you know, the manager side of it, or the, hey, I need you to play I Love Rock and Roll right now because I got a $10,000 bottle coming out. Like, I was like, bro, what do you mean? I got to stop my set for that? Like, nah, let that guy do it. I'm cool. I ain't doing that shit. You know, and you have, being in Vegas, you have to learn how to adapt very fast to a manager telling you what to do, you know, a head waitress telling you what to do. So even security guard saying, hey, I got a guy on table 35 that's got a whatever. He just bought $100,000 bottle. He wants to hear this. It's like, okay. And then once you learn that process, which does take a while, and some people adapt a lot faster than others, but once you learn that process, you start to understand the whole schematic of Vegas. You know, which is why, like, Eddie Mack and those guys over at the agency, those guys have been around for a really long time, and I think they've taken that, the business side of it and the DJ side of it, and they've met in the middle. So Eddie knows, he's been through it. He's been a music director for a long time. You know, Omar ran Tao for a long time. He was in New York for a long time, and they kind of don't let the DJs deal with that side of it. They take the brunt of it and let the DJs do what they do.
Yeah.
Which in the end result comes out for a better product, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
I
you know,
agree.
and Rage knows me and Rage have been working together for about 10 years, and just over the past 10 years, the amount of conversations I have with him, like, oh my god, what do I do, bro? And I'm sure he's so tired of sticking me bitch to him. I'm like, yo, I want to fucking do. What else do I gotta fucking do? And you're right, CyberKid. I'll be like, yo, someone sows this and someone sows that. Like, what am I doing wrong, bro? And it always comes down to Rage just re-emphasizing, yo, but there's someone out there that wants to be in your shoes, and you're over here complaining because
Someone's waiting in line.
Yep, exactly.
And that's what Five told me.
know?
And Five was like, bro, he's like, you're great at what you do. You're an open format guy. You're always going to have work. We're all open format guys. We're gonna always have work.
Always.
There's no need to quit. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, you just keep going. And literally, it was a quick. I forgot if we were on text or Twitter, DM or whatever it was, but that conversation always stays in my head. And I tell that to other people now. Like, yo, don't quit. Like, it's okay. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, but it will get better.
Yeah.
And then once you get these mega, I mean, you got these clubs that are spending $1 million a weekend on talent. The industry changes, you know what I mean? Because now they're focused on, okay, well, I got to make 2 million tonight. How do we do that? They're not worried about us at that point. They're worried about how do they keep their doors open. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. Pure nightclub costs $22 million to build. Hakkasan, and this is not a quote, but you can also look this up. I think it was 300 and something million.
Damn.
So just look at the difference. And again, don't get me wrong, like this is a mega club, but so was Pure in its day. You're talking 22 million. Excess, which was not that far along after Pure, was 100 million. So as you start raising those stakes, the tension and all of that gets a lot thicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From all angles. You got hosts that need to bring in $100,000 a weekend now. DJ's got to do this. And the one thing I will tell you, if the music ever goes out or you lose power, just duck.
Oh, wow.
Just duck. Because the first thing everybody does is look at the DJ booth.
Oh, my gosh.
Just pretend you're not there, right?
Just pretend you're not there. Like, just start whistling, looking up at the ceiling like,
oh, my gosh.
I don't know what's going on, bro. It's happened to me twice.
That's what I do. I start looking up. I'll be like, what the hell?
What the fuck is going on?
We had
that's how you play it off.
When you first build nightclubs in any casino, your fire alarm system is built into the entire casino. So if the casino fire alarm goes off, the alarms go off inside the nightclub. Well, in any kind of audio case, if your fire alarm goes off in your casino, it shuts off all your audio. So there was a night where we had Calvin Harris on and the fire alarm went off in the casino and his music just shut. And they couldn't figure it out, like why the music wasn't playing for an hour.
An hour?
Yeah. It was 3:30 in the morning before he had already gotten off and nobody could figure it out. And then finally somebody from Silly's and MGM came, was like, no, we got your audio back on, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, keep going. It's a whole hour before they even figured out what was going on.
Wow.
Used to say that never happened again, but yeah,
that's
man,
crazy,
it's
a whole hour.
A lot of things, man. A lot of things that people don't see behind the scenes, man. There's full production teams. Like when we're at Dre's, we have a full team. There's a full front of house. We're the only nightclub that has a full front of house. It's live performances every night from Future to Esco to Franzen,
Snoop,
and shout out to Franzen, Snoop and the Gino and those guys, man. It's amazing to watch these guys go up there and do 45 minutes of just straight hits live. And a lot of them will bring their full band. We had Miguel, he brought his full band.
That's crazy.
He did wardrobe changes and everything. In the middle of a nightclub. Yeah, for 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Some of these guys will really just be like, okay, well, we're going to give them the arena show then. If that's what since we're not going to do 20, we're going to do an hour and we're going to give them the arena show.
Nice.
That's one of the reasons why we haven't had J. Cole, actually. I had heard from the Dreamville camp that he doesn't like doing more than like 20 minutes for like nightclubs, quote unquote shows. Because if he's gonna do more than that, he's just gonna do a concert, a
Right.
full like arena.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So yeah, we tried getting them, but Dre, a lot of people don't know this, or some people do. If you perform at Dre's, you have to perform a minimum of 40 minutes. It's per the contract.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
there was a couple of guys that finished a little bit before that, and they didn't come back.
They come back and they probably didn't get paid half.
Yeah, you know, I don't know that part of it. I'm pretty sure there was some conversations, you know, to be said, but yeah, they you know, they got off a little early, and they were like, whoa, no, you're not done. 45 minutes.
What do you-
And yeah, what are you doing?
That's why I'm not there, because I'm 12 minutes and that's it.
And
That's,
You done so after that?
that's in my
You're-
rider. You know,
Pause.
so like
You're a 12-minute
Yeah, big
brother.
pause on that.
That is-
Like, on
But
that.
you know, if you look at the lineup, you know what I mean. You got guys on the lineup like Snoop and Luda and
Drake.
and yeah. Well, we don't have Drake.
Mhm.
XS has Drake, but they have catalogs. Like Snoop
Yeah.
can go for 4
Right,
hours if
yeah.
he wants to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ludacris can go forever.
Yeah.
Future, I mean, he's got a catalog. These guys, you know, even Ray Shremmerd, man, they got like 4 or 5 albums. They could really go for 45 minutes to an hour, and that's, you know, that's how they surround it, man. They want to create an experience for people. You know,
That's an
it's-
experience for sure.
and that's an experience, man. I mean, you're talking
Yeah.
full blown concert sound.
Mhm.
You know, they got a function black system in there. I mean, when it's going, and it's
Yeah.
loud.
yeah, if you're in the chat and you've never experienced anything like this because you live in Idaho or some shit, you gotta go and just check it out, because it's legit worth it's legit worth the time and the effort to attend any of these kinds of things, man. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
any of the artists that are in Vegas that are doing club gigs, that shit is bomb. It's like a mini baby concert.
For
Yeah,
sure,
and-
man.
And that's really what it is. Like when we have Ti, he brings what is it, 1500 or nothing is the band.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The that produced all the Nipsey stuff and things like that. Bro, he brings the whole band, Mars and the whole team.
Yeah.
That's
Same
crazy.
They put on
same
a
band,
real,
the same
real
band that
show.
did was it Jay-Z's Unplugged?
Yeah.
He brings the whole band with him. It's like a 6-piece.
Yeah, that-
and
That
it's
band
amazing.
is awesome.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see. You know what I mean? So like Ti by far is my favorite performer, but
Mm.
hands down.
Wildcat said we ain't gonna be able to experience this again for a while. A
Yeah.
long while.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, I feel you. I mean,
Yeah, I used
I
to
don't know.
always.
They're doing a lot of this stuff online, though. I keep on seeing these fucking concerts that you can buy tickets to watch online, and I'm like, people are doing this shit. Like, I guess.
I think these companies like you know, what's one of the big
Live Nation.
Live Nation, like
Mhm.
they're being forced to figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adapt.
You know what I mean?
Even forced
Same
to
as if-
adapt. You know.
You know, in the beginning of this, I'm sure you guys all can, you know, as DJs, you guys could all relate. When we first found out we were going into quarantine 5 months ago,
Oh,
We
yeah.
were
That's
like-
crazy.
I can't wait for 2 months from now when all this new
Right.
music drops, because all these artists are going to be
Right.
in the studio locked in, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
What have you seen? You haven't seen nothing. There's no
No.
music coming out.
Barely.
No.
There's a couple songs here and there because they're not selling merch.
They already did.
Yeah.
They're not selling tours. You can't go see them. So they just said, fuck it. Just keep all just lock away all the music. And when we're ready to come back out,
Yeah.
we got 5 albums ready to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
You know what I
it's-
mean?
it's-
And
it's
then
crazy,
you know,
man.
obviously with everything that happened in the world and things of that nature, people switch their focus and music direction to, you know, to the movement and things of that nature. So they people are waiting because, you know, they want to be able to, I would assume they want to be able to give their fans a show or be, you know, give them a tour, give them a world tour, you know,
Mhm.
things like
Yeah.
that
Well,
they can
yeah,
actually
and
go
that's-
to.
That's normally what happens with the record or an album that comes out. The album drops, and then the tour's like right behind it. And if you can't tour, then why would we be putting out music right now? You know what I mean? I mean,
you know, and that also
the
on the
tour
radio
is where the
side.
artist makes the money at anyway.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that's where they make all their money. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
unless you're doing an independent, you know, an independent label, or you're pushing the stuff yourself, you're making all your money on tour.
Definitely.
You know, if you can't do that, your golden ticket to making all that money is worth nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're just,
Yeah.
they're gonna put out, to stay relevant. They'll put out some music and keep it going. But
To put out some
if
content
you notice
for
that
TikTok,
there hasn't been nothing.
You know,
Nothing at all. It's been
You know?
dead.
I mean, you think about how long do you think Chris Brown and Young Thug had that mixtape ready?
Probably forever.
Probably forever, right?
Nah,
It's not-
I heard YG got an album already ready that he was supposed to drop right before all this stuff, or like it was gonna drop like last month or something like that. But then all this happened, so YG got an album ready to go. Like,
Drake got
Game
another
had some
album.
new shit. Yeah.
Khaled's got an
Drake-
album, probably 3 albums.
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I'm
Drake-
saying?
You know, Drizzy got something because he keeps on putting out little quick little records or whatever here and there. So you'd be like, God damn, Drake about to drop some real shit.
But
Yeah.
all of these guys that have been working in the studio because of lockdown and because of COVID, like, where is all this music going?
Yep.
I know
Yeah.
Kanye probably got 15 albums. He only makes them four songs long, so he got 15 or 20 albums. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go.
Oh my gosh.
But he's locked in Wyoming somewhere in the studio, just trying to make some hits.
Yeah, I heard Alicia Keys was working on one too, and she had to put it on pause real quick. And she said, with all that pandemic stuff, she has one ready to go too.
And even as an artist, do you feel it's okay to put out songs during this time?
And that's what she said.
You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
what
Did she say that?
Yeah, she did say that.
Some people
said-
don't feel right. They're
She
like,
said
the
it's
world's in
okay or not okay.
She said she doesn't feel right to put her album out at this time.
Mhm.
It was on one of her Instagram lives that she was talking.
Yeah,
see.
there's a lot of things going on in the world. So some artists are like, yo, I'm kind of cool. Like I don't want to be forcing my music onto people while they're, out looking for jobs or whatever the situation is for them.
Yep.
A
Fighting
lot of
oppression.
Yeah.
Goddamn riot. Like, yeah.
all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's
Yeah.
not going away anytime soon.
But I
Yeah.
mean, there's the other side to it too. There's a, that need for something new while we're going through this. So I mean, there's no
Well,
tour
that's
or
what
anything,
I
but
thought. I thought about that with like Netflix and Hollywood and shit. Like, they pushed all this shit. What's that one? Is it Bird Box? Bird Box 2 or whatever?
Oh, what's her name?
Yeah, Sandra
Yeah,
Bullock.
Sandra
That
Bullock,
next
yeah.
one.
there's another
next-
one. Mm.
Yeah, and they pushed that shit to 2021. I'm like, what? No.
What are we gonna
Put
watch?
that shit out now. Like-
they need to hurry up and finish and film another season of Ozark though, because I'm waiting.
Ozark.
Well,
I gotta say right
yeah.
now.
But that was the other thing. Hollywood was shut down. It wasn't until like probably in the last month or so that production started on a lot of different shows. They just have new rules and stuff like that because Hollywood was like, we can't sit around either.
Yeah.
These studios cost billions to run.
Billions.
And it's been shut down for 3 months. No, we got to get these people back to work. Like the actors aren't tripping, but it's the studio executives, just like I'm sure in the record industry. They're like, our overhead is ridiculous every year. We can't be shut down too much longer. Like this, we got to do something.
I just
Yeah.
talked to a guy from Republic 2 days ago, Davey D, one of the homies, like a longtime friend in New York. He's like, bro, they told us we're not seeing our office till like March next year.
Oh,
Straight up.
wow,
Yeah.
Really?
Like we're not going into the office.
Yep, same thing
was
with
like, wow.
corporations. Yeah.
Yeah, we have
I
our
believe
sales
it.
team.
Mm-hmm.
They're not coming back.
Especially he's in New York, so his situation's a little bit different. But even in like LA, like, you got Power 106 in a bank building. That's a public building. That's, they're on the 8th or 9th floor, whatever it is. Like they were like, yo, no one's coming in the building. Shit's on lockdown.
Yeah.
So how do you,
that's how it is with my bank too. I mean, I go to my bank, there's no staff in there. There's like one lady and it's open between 11 and 1 and that's it. Either you get there
Wow.
between 11 and 1 or you're just
asked
asked
out.
out. You feel me? So like I have to like hand deliver deposits sometimes. And it's just been the same motherfucking lady for the last 4 months. Like no other staff in there. And if they are, they're just not there when it's open to the public. But yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip. I mean, honestly, the lockdown hasn't really affected my life at all whatsoever.
really?
Like I'm at home all the time anyway. You know what? It has. I make jokes about it but like all my art shows this year were canceled. All my conventions were canceled this year. So it's like I've lost money. Like a lot of money that I saved up last year, I it's damn near gone, man. Damn near
Yeah, I
gone.
mean,
You
I
feel
think a
me?
lot of us are kind of in the same boat. You know, we
Yeah.
were my wife and I and the kids. You know, we bought the house a few years ago, and thank God we did at the time because you know now we're okay. But I mean, you know, we were getting ready to hopefully buy another one like in the next year or
Mm.
so. You know, for you know, we got 3 daughters, so our plan is to each have by the time they graduate, each have something for them to give to them. You know, all of that's on hold because we went through
Yep.
all everything we had saved up.
Oh shit.
Um,
Yeah.
and you know, thank God for something like Twitch, man, because I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Right,
You know,
right.
I didn't
Right.
know.
Well,
I didn't know IG Live was cool, but you know the police on IG Live are you know they need to get it
Yeah,
together, man.
Yeah, right.
well, I
Well, and
I
then
definitely.
try to apply for some COVID help. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God.
Like some
Mhm.
small
Yeah,
business COVID help.
we did the
I'm the
same
last
thing.
one on the rung. They're not like they look at my application and they're like this artist. Oh yeah, we'll get to yours. You know here. You know like I haven't gotten. I've applied to like 6 different things, man. I ain't got a goddamn dime. You feel me?
Mhm.
So
Like yeah, I mean we did the same thing. You know, thank God for you know my wife's got a regular W-2 job. She works in the you know aircraft industry and the helicopter industry, and you know she got furloughed. You know in April, like
Mm.
it was like okay, well what do we?
Damn.
And she's still not back to work. You know, thank God for my radio job, and you
Yeah,
know I've
yeah.
been there. You know here in Vegas for a little over 2 years now,
Mhm.
and you know thank God for that. We're one of the only station at least of that I know personally that didn't let anybody go. We kept
yeah,
everybody
that's
working.
dope.
You know,
That's
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 dope
that's
good.
though.
great. That is
our
good.
boss is was real adamant about that. Like, yo, nah, you know, obviously with the promotions department and those type of things, we furlough people and we don't have hours
Yeah.
for them because there's nothing to promote. We're not
Mhm.
out in the streets.
Mhm.
But you know, all our full timers, you know, they were on shift, man. We never stopped, and we're one of the only stations in the country that is still 24 hours live. There's no pre-recording at our station.
Nice.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
found
you're
that
right.
out, that was crazy because you don't
No,
see a whole lot of radio stations doing that. Everything's pre-recorded
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, not
for
necessarily
DJs.
pre-record. Yeah, they have
voice chat. They
syndicated shows and shit. You know that
Yeah.
they fill in for four
Right.
hours here and there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
one of our stations because we own 3 stations. One of the stations has a syndicated morning show, but
Mhm.
our main, you know, our baby, our hip hop station, Hot, 24 hours live, man.
Nice.
Every
Wait,
DJ
where
is
are you
live.
at?
I'm at KVG in Vegas, Hot 975.
Okay, what was it? V107. You guys got V107 in Vegas?
No, we got I don't know
Was
about
there
that.
a hip hop station called V107?
There might have been.
That was a
I don't
long
know if
time
it's
ago.
there. I don't think that's
Yeah,
there
because
anymore.
Yeah.
you
It
know
did.
what I'm
No,
talking about, Allen.
You're right. It did
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
because
they offered us a gig and we didn't take it, but because
Yeah,
we would have had to move to Vegas.
I do
Mhm.
remember that. Wow, that was a
yeah,
while ago.
because I was gonna
Yeah,
take a DJ a mixer position there also. I was trying to apply.
yeah,
I was gonna move
yeah.
to Vegas also.
It
I
was
forgot.
right after the whole Clear Channel thing, right, Alan?
Yep, it
I
was
Yep.
mean,
right after
Rage.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
I was all like, man, should I do it? Was it worth it? Then when I found out they didn't even last that long.
No,
They hit up everybody at our station,
Yeah.
bro. When Clear Channel took our station, they fucking, ooh, we'll take you, we'll take you, we'll take. But they didn't have a lot of money either. Well,
Yeah.
at that time, like they were offering like 75,000 a year,
I
and
mean for
which was
Vegas, that's
nothing.
huge.
But it
That's
was
nothing in
it,
San
like
Diego,
for right. But you know, like if they offered 75,000
bro. On
now,
75 a year in Vegas, you can buy a 6 bedroom
Right?
crib, 4,000 square
Tommy,
feet. Come on, bro.
75,000 a year, I will be in there jocking butt naked
Yeah. Right.
on
Pause, bro.
Twitch.
Yeah, I
No, but
remember
you
Don't
that.
know,
trip.
That was a while back. I remember when they did that flip, and I I started thinking about going out to Vegas. And I was like,
Yeah,
is it?
that was the whole thing. I just was like, I don't know if I want to like. My kids were young, and I was like, I don't know if I just want to like scoop up all my kids and
dip to
you know go to
Vegas.
Vegas. And
Mhm.
I mean, I don't. I still have not been able to wrap my brain around. And as a Cali kid, you'll understand, like living in Vegas. It's one
Yeah.
thing going to Vegas to work or to go play and hang out. And I spent 2 weeks in Vegas and lost my goddamn mind. I couldn't wait to get home. You feel me? And
That's true.
That's
you know,
Vegas
like
right
back
there.
in the day, we'd have like Billboard and all the award shows in Vegas, and so we had a thing with listeners where we brought listeners for 3 or 4 days, and then
Mhm.
we had the award show right after. So we were in Vegas for 2 weeks straight. I
Yep.
never thought I could get sick of a bomb ass hotel. You feel me?
That's
I
So
was over it.
you're at iHeart then. You were at you're
No,
at
I
iHeart.
was. No, me and Alan, we were at Z90. So
Oh, okay.
we were at Z90 at the time, and it was still California, and you know, it was just you know, mom and pop and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
when Clear Channel came, we all got pink slips and had to cut, and then
They
I
call
went
us
to
the
Blazing
X
for a
group.
little bit. Yeah,
Oh.
'Cause
right.
we were the only one with an XHTZ, you know, with the X.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
that. So correct me if I'm wrong. That means the antenna is in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
And
So-
that's why
Yes, sir.
everybody be like, "Yo, X?
So
What
the
is
people
it?"
that don't, the people in the chat that don't understand how radio works, there's three first letters, right? It's W,
Yeah.
K, and X. Right?
WK and X. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
three. So the call letters of your station, which mine is KVEG, those are your affiliate, and then the cities directly after that are
Yeah.
where your main cities broadcast from, right?
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
How that work? God, I've been in radio 25 years. I don't know this. But yeah, you guys, I remember when the first time I ever went to San Diego, I thought that was fucking weird. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the
X?
fuck is X?
Yeah, everybody called it. They call us the X group. I remember back in the day when
Yeah.
we do.
And then you guys launched another station opposed to Z90, which was it Channel 933?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
when that launched because I was
Yep.
trying to go out there for that.
And now we got, what is it, 97.5 or what is it, 9?
Yeah.
957.
Nobody listens to radio in San Diego, homie.
I'm in
San
San
Diego
Diego
radio.
quite
But don't,
quite
don't
often.
say that because Showtime's in the chat somewhere. He's on the radio. He's on the
You know
Oh,
what?
my
radio.
bad.
Terrestrial.
San Diego.
I would tell you this: terrestrial radio still works, man. It really
Yeah.
does.
I
I've
agree.
seen it. I've seen
I
it.
agree, but it's just the market here in San Diego. It's just, I mean, I could talk about radio for
Well,
hours.
let's
but it's
let's
just
switch
weird.
gears.
It's
Let's
different.
switch
It's
gears
the same.
to
I would say it's the same everywhere.
let's switch some gears though. I want to
Okay.
talk about the Beat Junkies record pool. How'd that
Let's go.
get down?
Beat junkies, my guys. I was just on the phone with Mello. We got some cool stuff coming for you guys pretty soon.
How did that all go down? How'd you link up with them, and what's the whole story behind that? And you becoming their music director or whatnot.
Yeah, that was actually a shock. It was a pretty shocking phone call that I got for me anyway. I was kind of in fan mode when Mello called me.
You're a fan
so-
now.
Wait,
Yeah, I was
before
fanning
you
out,
start,
man.
believe it or not, there are some people that don't know about the Beat Junkies. So can you
What?
can you break
No,
it down?
this- can we
Break-
get a
break-
poll in the chat, please?
Right,
Yeah,
right quick.
can someone start a poll?
Yeah,
Cause,
I'll-
yo, cause-
I'll get
Where's
the
my
poll
mod? I
going.
know my
I'll-
mod Sarah's in
Yeah.
here somewhere.
Hold on.
Hey, because I say that because I tried to book Ice somewhere, and I said, oh, he's a member of the Beat Junkies, and this other DJ that ran this venue in San Diego was like, what? Who's that?
Wow, no way.
Exactly. And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he was supposedly like well respected in our market. And I was like, "Oh, this cat is whack, man." You know what I mean? But okay,
That's-
I know what the Beat Junkies is. So yeah, go ahead.
So
Mello called
basically,
you.
I'll narrow it down for you guys. Beat Junkies are a DJ group, band of brothers, man, that started. I want to say in '92 was when they actually formed the name Beat Junkies. I could be wrong. Mello's gonna kill me for this, but I believe it was in '92. But their stories, Ice and those guys, I think what was the name of Ice's company? Was it Legacy?
Legend,
It was
Legend
Legend
Entertainment.
Legend
Legend.
Entertainment, which he still reps, man. That guy,
Mhm.
Ice is, a legend in the game, man, for sure. They all had mobile gigs, mobile companies, all through LA and things like that. So they
Yep,
came
yep.
together basically. They came together and formed a DJ group called the Beat Junkies, man. And from that moment on, they have never stopped DJing together. Everything they do is together. Everything they promote is together. Neither one of them being bigger than the brand. You know, they started that in the early 90s, and it's still true to this day. Like, you know, even with now, like with Twitch, like if you notice, none of them have their own Twitch channel. Everything they do is broadcast from the Beat Junkies channel.
Yeah, I saw their
They do.
their
I
12
thought
hour.
Ice has his own.
Well, Ice has
Mello
his own. Ice does have his own.
Yeah, yeah.
I take that back. But Mello, Chalk, all those guys, they don't. They do everything from the Beat Junkies channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know, they've grown from a couple of guys doing, you know, backyard parties and into clubs, into creating, you know, going on tour, and Mello with Vibe TV, and like all the things that they did in radio with 92.3 The Beat and Julio G, and you know, Mr. Chalk and Friday Night Flavas. And I mean, it's everything is so legendary that they've done. To have a super group like that together, that has been, you know, you got Babu, Dilated Peoples, like, I mean, it goes on and on and on. These guys, the accomplishments these guys have done, and they're still, man, still to this day. I literally talked to Mello today. They're still doing everything together. So basically, they're in my opinion, the biggest DJ group in the world.
I call them the Super Friends.
Yeah, they're the Super Friends.
Friends. Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
No,
They're
that,
If you're from New York, you got the
Yeah.
Executioners. If you're from Miami, you have the Allies. If you're
Yeah.
from the Bay, you got the Invisible Scratch Pickles, which I believe two of the members of the Invisible Scratch Pickles are also Beat Junkies.
Beat Junkies.
Yeah, you got Shortcut and
D-Styles.
D Styles.
Yep.
They're both. Which you know, back in the day, that was a little weird if you were if you had
In
two crews,
multiple groups, yeah.
multiple groups. But you know, you're talking about, you know, some of the best DJs in the entire world. You know, and they play everything across the board. So yeah.
Well,
They
you got
came.
Shortcut too. He's like in how many different groups?
Oh,
Because he's also
man.
triple threat.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just say the Super Friends, but you know, Yoshi says I know there is a Super Friends in Atlanta. I know
Yeah.
those guys too, but in San Diego, the way they work, they're like a big group, you know, that are all like they're all powerhouse DJs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're all, you know, and they've all done different things and accomplished different things in different lanes. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
How the Beat Junkies record pool came about was basically they had just finished their 20-year reunion tour.
Yeah.
And they went around the tour. It was sponsored by Rain, and everything else was amazing. They finished off and did their, you know, their closing party in LA. And about 2 weeks later, Mello calls me and he says, "Hey, during this time, I had known Mello from the Beat. I had known Chalk from Power. So I have a long 10, 15-year relationship, you know, off and on with those guys. Just also Mello was playing in Vegas all the time at the Hard Rock, and I would see him, you know, quite frequently. So I would always just send him edits. Every edits I would do, I'd send him a little zip file. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go, bro. Here's this week's batch. If you can use them, you know, along with Five and Vice and the rest of the guys. And then one day he's like, bro, I got all these edits from you. He's like, we're thinking about starting a record pool. Let's call it the Beat Junkies record pool. How would you like to be an exclusive editor for us? And I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know anything about any of that. You know, I knew, I was, you know, part of West Coast record pool back in the day, you know, LA shit. Like, you just go pick up your box every week, and then that's what it was.
Yep.
we had the same thing here in San Diego.
Yeah.
So we had to, you know, Fat Beats, all that. Like, you know, I miss those days.
Yep.
But we had to, you know, figure out a format to basically get these records online, and you know, how we were gonna form this team. And it was, you know, myself, it was Four Eyes. There was about 3 or 4 of us. I know Nick Bike originally was on that team. Some amazing, you know, editors and producers, man. These guys make incredible edits. And he said, we want to focus on the Beat Junkie sound, the niche, that golden era hip hop, that 70s funk, soul, jazz, you know, even gospel. Like, we're not going to focus too much on the EDM stuff. We'll have all the new stuff there, and we want to keep it based on us. And literally, it was launched, I want to say 5 years ago. And since then, man, it's grown. They have Beat Junkies record pool Japan, Russia, and they've all the different countries. Man, they kind of just grown it into this monster, and it's been pretty successful as far as I can tell.
Wow, that's what's up, man. Yeah, because like when I was checking you out, pause. You know, when I was looking, I was like, oh shit, he's the Beat Junkies music director. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, I didn't know that. That was something I didn't know. I was like, okay, you know. So yeah, that's good. Like how much as far as your duties are, as far as this music director, how much time does that
So
take up a week or whatnot?
So the music director, so I was editing for them, and sending everything to Mello every week, 100, 200 edits a week, 300 edits a week, whatever it was, whatever I would knock out. And we did the initial bunch, we did an initial like 8,000 or 9,000 into the draft pool
Dang.
before we launched. So we were working on it for 3 or 4 months before we launched, and we just started, so we'd had a nice big back catalog of everything, before we had the launch date. And about a year in is when Mello came to me and said, I talked to the guys, you've been doing all these edits for us. You've been, promoting it on IG, yada, yada, yada. They had just picked up Bella Fiasco as a brand ambassador
Yeah.
for the Beat Junkies as well. And he said, we need somebody to take over the weekends. I need you to do Friday and Saturday. I need you to schedule, here's the format of Friday. Here's the format of Saturday. I need you to take that over. We're gonna make you the music director, yada yada yada. And it was literally that quick. And it's been about 4 years now that I've been doing that.
4 years,
for them.
wow.
So my duties, to get back to that, is I have to schedule the drop on Friday, the drop on Saturday, and then I get on the phone with Mello about every 2 weeks, and we just discuss what direction we're going in, and then he meets with the guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, it's a
Good.
machine.
That
It
sounds
really
like
is a
you-
machine.
That's the bomb.
Right?
My son makes dope ass records. I'm sending them to you. No, I'm just kidding.
And
He does make dope music.
it was in the beginning, it was like, holy shit. Like, I looked at my girl, I was like, they want me to edit for them. Like, what do I say? And she could say yes. And there was, throughout this time, there's been a couple of record pools that have approached me to join their team. And I've, obviously had to respectfully decline.
Yeah.
And I've
yeah.
actually had a couple of conversations with Mello about it. And it's like, well, maybe there's a workaround. Maybe we can do this. Maybe he's like, no, you're good right here. We're good. We're gonna hang out, and we're gonna push this thing to the next level. And they got a big announcement in the next couple of months coming. I think by September. That I think everybody's gonna be happy with. And then they have the school now as well. The school is, if you've never been to the school, it's in Glendale, California. The thing is just amazing. I mean, it's hands down. I mean, it's literally a lab of turntables and CDJs and controllers, and
They do it online. I see it online.
Yeah, I was just about to say they do it on
Homeroom.
Twitch. They have
the
classes
homeroom.
on Twitch.
They got the Beat Junkies TV, and I mean, those guys, man, is as long as they've been doing it, is being able to work with somebody like that is inspiring to me. That keeps me kind of grounded and in the game, where these guys have been doing it so long, and these guys don't sleep, man. These
No,
guys
they don't.
continue and
They
continue
do not.
to stay relevant, and they
Yeah,
continue
right.
to add more to their stuff. And they got the TV now, and then they're doing the homeroom. And then when Twitch came along, they're like, "Fuck it, let's figure out Twitch." Like, I'm like, bro, you guys don't sleep, like, and a lot of them, like myself, are married with children. You know what I mean? So there's that part of it as well. It's you got to struggle and balance. It's balance, man.
Yeah,
gotta,
and
you gotta
it
balance
sounds like you're a really busy dude. Like, so before COVID, so you're DJing nights, you're DJing pools, and then you got to run a record pool. Like, give us a rundown what your weekly schedule is,
Ooh,
Monday through Sunday.
Let's see. So let's start with Monday. So Monday through Friday, I'm at the office. Well, right now I'm half days, but I'm 9 to 5 at the
before
office,
COVID,
the radio
before
station.
COVID, yeah.
Before COVID, even now, I'm there 5 days a week. But I'm there 9 to 5. I run the mix show department there. My boss Gabby handles everything else, and I'm the creative director, I'm the imaging and production director for 3 stations, one pop station, one hip hop station, and one AM station.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, so I do that along with the Beat Junkies record pool, which I'm making edits for them on the weekly and then uploading to the site and scheduling Friday, Saturday. Then usually what we would do, my DJ schedule would be usually give or take anywhere from 3 to 5 days, whether it be nightclub or beach club during the summertime at Dre's. And then I would pick up things to fill my schedule, like Commonwealth. Shout out to P-Dot and those guys over there. I would pick up Commonwealth, or I would pick up, another lounge at like Centrifuge at MGM, or hopefully Best Friend or something like that. Shout out to Eddie and those guys. Like, they would just, as things open up, if you're available, you take them.
Yeah.
Well, I ran into you at Troy, right? Was
Yeah,
it Troy that I saw you at? I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
And that's another thing, going back to the relationship thing and being, you know, being honest with people and staying in contact with people
Yeah.
and not being fake about it, just being real. Like, yo, if those are your friends, those are your friends. Check on them.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I've checked on all of these people several times a week, you know, when during COVID, man, just making sure everybody's okay.
Yeah.
My boy Sean used to be a bartender in the parlor
We're talking
at
about Sean, right? Like
John
for
Charles.
Troy. Yeah.
Yes, he used to
Good
be
guy.
a
Really, really good guy.
bartender in the parlor at Body English. So if anybody's ever been to Body English, there was this little room in the corner
Yep,
that had a
yep.
little solo, one in and out door. There was one bartender in there every single night it was
And that
open.
was
That was my
Sean.
boy Sean.
Wait,
Killing
didn't
the
Mello
game.
do body English too?
Yeah,
Mello
you know,
was
that,
doing body English.
Mello, AM, Vice, all of those
Mhm.
guys.
I
Yep.
remember body English.
Yeah, oh my god,
Give me
you know, that's where I met
That's old
fashion and a
school.
lot of those guys for the
Yeah.
first time because you know they
Mhm.
were bringing those guys down and hanging out, and that's where I met Aoki for the first time, and
Mhm.
you know, and things of that nature. But that guy ended up becoming, you know, that bartender, which just happens to be the homie, ended up being the director of nightlife for the Golden Nugget.
Yep.
Wow.
There it is.
You know, and you know when he
He's
became that,
retired now, though.
he's retired now. He's done out of the nightlife.
Engaged.
But he's retired one time before and came back. So we'll see.
Okay.
But you know that guy, nothing. That guy's been around in the nightlife industry for 15 years,
Long time. Yeah.
long time, and he's friends with everybody.
Yes.
So when he took over that job, I got a call. Shift got a call. You know, a couple other DJs in town that he's really close with got a call,
Yeah.
and it was unexpected.
It's those relationships that you
Relationships,
build.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
And I never. He lived in Hawaii. Like he moved. He went to Maui and like
Yeah.
Wow.
came back, was like, bro, I'm in Vegas, bro. I got a gig for you. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
When did you come back? You know what I mean? So you
Mm.
never know. Like those things happen so fast.
Yeah.
I thought you were spearfishing in Maui, bro.
That's why when you
Like,
get those,
He's a surfer. He's from San Diego. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's a
Yeah.
surfer guy.
Mhm.
Like he was out in Maui just living his life.
Yeah.
that's why
You know what I
when
mean?
you said when you get those calls, and like you know, like hey, can you be here in 30 minutes? You gotta take those.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
have
You
to take them.
you have to be like, well, you know,
Yep,
what,
I'm the same way. Unless I have something planned and
Yep.
Mrs. Fear is gonna look at me sideways if I say yes. No, I'm gonna say yes, man.
It's
because
you know,
they remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
remember those.
They do. And we
Mhm.
talked about that. The relationships, man. They're gonna remember that, man. I'm just like, oh, okay.
and you never know, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm sure this is common knowledge, but you never know where somebody's gonna end up.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
like that.
You know,
It's
like when I started
always
at,
like
at
that.
Bear Pool back in Jesus, who knows when, 2006, 2005, of they were barely doing any guest DJs. The pool holds 80 people. You know,
Yeah.
we were DJing for 3 hours a day. The girl that used to hand me my check every week now owns a company called Blackout.
Yep.
Oh,
name's
yeah.
Kalika.
Yep. Yeah.
She used to be the girl behind the
Yep.
desk that would hand us
Mhm.
our check every week.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just a homegirl, like, yo, what up, Kalika? Shit, check time. And she grew, became a marketing director, and started running Light and yada yada. And now look, she's running Park in San Diego. She's got her own company. Like, you don't know where these things are gonna end up.
Yep.
You
You,
know what I
never
mean?
know.
You
Just
never
like
know.
it's like in the music industry. It's the same way. Everybody that I used to, and it's probably the same people that you talk to. They're all main executives now. They're like on the
Yep.
top. You know what I mean?
Mm.
These are the people that we all started as record reps, and now they're main VIP, VPs and
Look
president.
at James White and
Yeah.
you know, Brandon Scales and these
Yeah.
guys, man. Brandon Scales used to pick me up for lunch
Skill's
and
been around forever.
and bring me a little box of records or whatever, and we would go have lunch and hang out. And he was I know guys that were in the mailroom back in the day at Interscope are now VPs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because I was
But
out of the
that-
radio game for so long, when I came back, they were like, yo, I'm the boss now, dog. What do you need?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what?
Right.
Yep.
You know, but I never treated them bad. So they were like, bro, whatever you need. It's the day I came back to radio, I got calls. They were like, bro, what do you need? I got you.
But that's why we talk about it on the podcast often. That's why you treat people the way you want to be treated,
Mhm.
man. Like if not burning bridges, doing those gigs at the last minute when they call, treating people, real well, doing your job 100%, getting in, doing what you're paid to do. Those things pay off later on because you just never know where those people are going to be in the industry later on. Like I said, like we had an intern who he was begging everybody to DJ. And we finally were like, yeah, we're gonna let you on our, we'll let you on the morning show. We'll give you a break. Let's try him out. And then we kept him and we worked with him and stuff. And fucking a few years later, he's the PD at a radio station.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You guys
And
know,
it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
all
like
about-
you just
it's all about
never
the
ever know who
relationships,
you
man,
might
yeah.
be working for next. You feel
Yep.
me?
you never know.
So treat
Yeah,
people the
no,
way you want to be treated, man.
That's 100%, man. And honestly, man, truth be told, like I learned that several times the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Where
I
I
think
was
we
like,
all did.
yeah, but you're better for that now. And I'm not, by any means, I'm not telling people to purposely go through that. If you can avoid it, avoid it. But there will be people that just rub you the wrong way and you feel a way about somebody. That's
Yep.
just the way it's going to be. How
Yep.
you react. Like I tell my daughters all the time, like you
It's
can't,
a reflection
you
of you.
can't,
Mm-hmm.
what is it? And you know this, Jinx, because you have children, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't stop the way people are going to treat you, but you can control the way you react to that person.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? And again, I didn't know that was common knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As I got older.
Well,
and
it's not. It's not really.
Is it?
It's for people who have matured and had gone through things like that, where it's like they burn a bridge and then realize, oh shit, how am I going to get over to the other side now? Because I
Oh,
need to
man.
go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And at the moment, you might be the one on the other side being, fuck
Exactly.
you, I'm leaving you behind this bridge. But guess
Yep.
what? In 3 years, that person's your director now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they made new homies that were with them along the way
Mm-hmm.
that they're bringing on. You know what I mean? And you're kind of assed out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't,
Or I've been lucky enough to watch other dumbass people burn bridges.
He's a dumbass.
Like sometimes Rage said it the other day. Sometimes no, my son was saying it today. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. You feel me? Sometimes you just gotta step back and be quiet and hold your tongue.
your
Because
tongue.
like I'll
Mhm.
just sit there and eat the popcorn and watch the movie and watch this shit, burn
Hey.
down. And then
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, see, you know what? I'm glad I didn't participate in
I'm
that.
very.
can't-
You
I
know
can't
what
do
though?
it.
The
Very
truth
bad.
is that sometimes sitting with that bucket of popcorn is the best seat in the fucking house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Instead of being, caught up in the mix. It's better to
Rage
sit
Rage
there.
knows I'm
It doesn't,
I'm
it doesn't
very
go
bad.
away.
I'm very
Mhm.
bad at it. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't go away either. Like
It
I
do-
got,
it
I
does
got
not.
tested this week. I got tested 2 days ago. Like,
Mm.
and I was like, I came home and told my girl, I was like, I almost whooped somebody's ass
Yeah.
today. Like, I'm 42 years old. I
Yeah.
shouldn't be. I was known and shout out my brother Justin Credible. He's helped me a lot with this. But
That's my boy right
you
there.
can ask Justin, man. I've been one of my best friends for over 20 years. We've been through it. We didn't talk for a few years, and now we're closer than ever. But shout out my brother Yoshi too. We went through it too, man. That's my dog. 20 years. I was known for just walking up to people and punching them in the face. I had a reputation for punching people in the face.
Furious has that too, right?
Oh my god.
Me too.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I was gonna say me too.
Oh my
Me
god.
too.
And-
Yeah.
and
I've done
that's-
it.
That's why I say I have that problem. I have that problem because once you cross that line, I'm like,
Filipino blood.
hey,
you
hey,
know?
hey, hold up.
You would
Hold
believe
the
that from
fuck
all
up.
of you guys.
I'm like, hold the fuck up. Who the fuck you think you are?
and exactly. And you know what? You get that. And then I have to look. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna chill. Let me just chill. for a second.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right.
God,
But you know
dude.
what? Like if that, whatever situation it would have been would have happened 2 years ago,
Mhm.
it might have been a different situation. I would have been on the
It's
phone
like-
with somebody different. You know what I mean? Like
Tough.
again, going back to that, it's you can't if you can feel a way about the way people treat you, but you can only control how you react to the situation.
That's my name
Mhm.
right there. See that name?
And and on top of that, you'll always know that
Mhm.
like whether you believe it or not, there's a thing called karma.
Mm.
That
Yes.
shit,
Yes.
360 will come
Mm.
back for you.
Oh,
You know what
wow.
I mean?
It will-
So
it will
And
come
I've
back.
seen it, man, and I've seen it really come back to bite some people in the ass. And again, it's come back and bit me in the ass.
absolutely, like it
several
doesn't
times.
miss. It doesn't miss.
It don't miss, man. For whatever reason, people, if you get on top, you happen to be fortunate enough to get on top or get that gig that you want,
Pause.
or pause on that. Women and children present. But don't take it for granted and don't shit on somebody else because you got that gig and they didn't. Like,
That's what I'm.
I
that's
can't
what I'm
stress that. I
saying,
can't stress
dude.
that
I
enough.
mean,
Because
I did
that
it,
is
man.
definitely one of my hugest pet peeve is these DJs that got these heads are like this fucking big, you know what I'm saying? And then they sit there and they try to crap on you because they bigger than you. I'm like, come on, man, come on.
And I've had this conversation with my brother Shift a lot, because we're both dads now, or he's a new dad, but I told him, even when we used to have arguments back in the day, I tell him that I was like, who do you want to be when it's all over? Like when people are done chanting your name and your face isn't on a billboard anymore, and we're not DJing these clubs, like who do you want to be remembered as?
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. How do you want people to remember you?
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that kept punching people in the face. The angry little guy.
That.
But the angry little half Mexican, half the Asian guy. But like,
we used to have this saying in the Marine Corps, or no, it came from General Mattis when he said when he was in charge of us. He had this saying when we would go to the Iraq War, and he wanted this saying to everybody know that the Marines were no better friend, but no worse enemy. You know what I'm saying? No better friend, but no worse enemy. So and Rage knows, man. Everybody knows. I will help you out like whenever, I'll give you the shirt off my back. I'll give you the last dollar in my pocket. I'll help you out, but you cross that line, you know what I'm saying?
And you can tell, like, you know what I mean? There are people that have an agenda.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've all seen it.
Yes.
And you can tell, man.
A mile away.
And you know what? I tell people all the time, or other people that are dealing with those type of situations, well, like, I know he's being fake to me and he just wants to, you've seen it. How many times have somebody showed up to your gigs like, yo, they're gonna want to support you, and they come slap your hand, and then like, oh, I just talked to the GM, like, I'm gonna try out here next week type. I'm sure that's happened to all of us.
Oh yeah.
Someone very close to me very recently. Yes.
But oh man, we might have to speak on that, but
but that happened to me a couple of times.
I tell people, like, yo, just let that play out.
Yep, that's what I do.
Let it play out, because if you give somebody enough rope, they're gonna eventually hang themselves. So,
well, what is that saying? Like, if you give them an inch, they take a mile, or whatever.
Yeah, there's just people taking advantage of the situation.
They're saying
big pause.
But it's like you give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Yeah,
you feel
there
me?
you go.
That's what the saying is. And I tell my kids all the time, I'd rather be the person that they apologize to than the dude that has to make the apology.
Yep.
Because there's too many times in my life, because I'm just not that gangster, that I can't, like, I have to go and make amends and like resolve something and apologize, and you know what I'm saying? Just because I can't sleep afterwards or whatever. There's only one person in the industry that I beat his ass in the station.
You said only one.
Just one, Savo?
It was
in
the station. Yeah, it was in the station. I got suspended without pay for a week. And,
that's it?
But
I think I remember that, dude.
You know why, though? You know what it was? Because that wasn't my normal character. And then all the other people that were around kept telling, they told my bosses. Matter of fact, they brought me back. I was only suspended for like 3 days, and then they brought me back. But they kept on telling my boss, he kept on pushing them. Like, he kept on fucking with them. And Tommy kept on saying to him, just, bro, leave me alone. Like, it's all good. Whatever. That's cool. Whatever. Leave me alone. And then finally, he just said the wrong thing to me. And I forgot exactly what it was, but I just don't do that punk shit. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Yeah.
And I beat his motherfucking monkey ass. Like, I didn't care. Like, and it was in the station. It was during work hours.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
You got lucky with a week off, bro.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't even get a week, because they were like, you know what? That's not my other name, Tommy. That's not Tommy. That's normally not his nature. That's
right.
He's the nicest dude in the world. Like,
right.
For him to go off, and we have to call the ambulance for this other employee. You feel me? Like, that's just not in his character. And then once everybody came, they were like, no, you know what? Tommy kept on and kept on. This dude just kept on and kept on and kept on and kept on. And
you can only take so much, man. You can only take so much.
Well, and part of it was because he thought, oh, we're at work. You know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing. He won't do nothing at work. He's not willing to, jeopardize his job. little did he know, I give zero fucks. I mean, like, you know.
No, I mean,
But
E-Rock said it
do
on
you
your guys'
remember that, Alan?
podcast.
Do you
Yeah.
remember that, Alan?
Yes, I do
You know who I'm
remember
talking
that.
about? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
He,
not. I'm not
So I mean, but later on he came and he apologized to me. We squashed everything, and we've been cool since. You feel me?
I mean,
So-
I beat up my PD. I mean, like
Ooh.
E-Rock said it on your guys. He's known
Yeah,
me since
that's- I
I
was
beat up my
actually-
PD. Like
I
he
was
know-
gonna ask you that too. I was waiting for.
Yeah, I beat up my PD,
Really?
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
like beat him up, like really beat him up.
And I wanted, since you're there, let's speak about that.
So I had a program director that was, you know, it's crazy too because we're friends now. You know, obviously it was, you know, we were younger and stupid and whatever, whatnot. Alcohol was involved and whatever. But he's just one of those guys that just, man, just talk down to you every single
Oh,
time
hell
he
no.
talked to you.
I hate those kind of.
And
happened.
so he was my original PD in Ventura. And you know, when I left, dipped out. When I went to Santa Maria, the PD that was there hired him as the PD when he left. So we ended up working together again. It started off okay. And then about a year in, bro, we saw each other at a you know, little Laker event we were doing. And I had my crew, he had whoever he thought it was his crew, and he was just alcoholed up. And I was like, bro, I gotta fuck this dude up. I cannot deal with this dude anymore. You gotta remember, this was like, you know, 15 years ago. So I was a different person back then. Bro, I put that dude to the ground so fast and beat the shit out of him in front of everybody.
Oh.
And then you had to go back to work the next day?
No, I quit
Oh.
because I was getting ready to move to Vegas.
Oh.
Oh,
It was
that's right.
kind of
You're
like
in
a
Ventura.
going away. They were throwing
Yeah,
me like
yeah.
a going away thing. The station was throwing like, you know, staying by to me.
Yeah.
I still had like a week left, but I didn't go to work. I just said fuck it,
Yeah.
bro. Like it was just one of those things that I won't take it back because I promise you 100% I was in the right on that situation. But
It's like
Yeah,
poking
dude,
the
it was
bear, you know.
How'd you guys reconcile?
just didn't speak for like 10 years.
Yeah. And then
Then he
you're like,
came to Vegas one day. I was DJing a Hakkasan. He like hit me on Facebook. Like, it's like, yo, I'm in Vegas, man. I was like, bro, come have a shot, dog. Like, I hadn't seen you in a minute.
that's what's up, man.
Bro, came, his girl brought his girl, got him fucked up.
Yeah.
Beat him up again.
You know, kind of, you know, walking him out of the club, slamming his face into the
Oh.
no, man. And ever since then, you know, he's come out a couple times and, you know, always take care of him. And, you know,
That's cool, man.
he's coincidentally the person that taught me how to program with Selector and all of that too. So like, you know, I learned how to be a PD from him as well because he was a really good program director. He just was a really shitty person. You know, so yeah, you know, it's both sides of the coin, I guess. You know, but yeah, that was Then I remember E-Rock had heard that story about a week later, and he called me. He's like, "Bro, you beat up your fucking program director." I was like, technically, it wasn't really my PD anymore.
Everybody
Oh,
heard
God,
that, man.
dude.
Everybody,
Wow.
Everybody heard that.
talking
fucking
about
story.
that. If you're in radio, everybody was like, "Hey, did you hear about CYBERKID being your fucking program director?" Like,
Yeah, that was not my proudest moment, I could say. But yeah,
Wow.
that happened. That actually did happen. I've actually never told that story out loud.
Well, now we got it, and I'm gonna clip it, and we're gonna YouTube that
that's
shit.
exclusive right here.
I've
Exclusive
never,
right
yeah,
here.
I've never told that story
Hey,
out loud, man.
it's called Fired Up and Furious for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what it's
man.
called.
What else we got to cover, man? I'm ready.
Let's talk about. I want to ask you: turntables or CDJs?
Turntables.
Turntables. And yeah, go
what-
ahead. Go on.
Can I give two answers to that, actually?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, so hold on. So, and this goes back to Dre's. So, when I was there, I got to Dre's about, I don't know, a couple of weeks before Franzen got there, and we had, when he got there, he demanded he has his own setup. He has his own mixer. It belongs to him. You know, it was the S9 or whatever it was at the time it came out. He always plays on turntables. Never fails. He won't use CDJs. Yada yada yada. Right. So when they had the booth the size that it was before they reconstructed the stage, there was only room for CDJs and a pair of turntables. So when he came on, he was the headliner. He got the tables. I was forced to play on CDJs. So what I did was, I basically learned how to use CDJs in HID mode,
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then I never wanted to go back to turntables, ever.
Wow.
Because if anybody's ever seen me DJ, I'm very technical. I'm touching shit all the time and
Yep.
pause and you know all of that. I'm moving around and
Pause.
I'm trickery, man. I like fucking gadgets. I'm just like a little nerd.
Yeah.
So plus like playing a video game for me. So when I was forced to go back to, or not forced to go back to tables, when the phase came out,
Yeah.
I bought
Yeah.
phase and I tried them at the club, and I never ever want to go back to CDJs ever again.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I can tell you the phase changed it for me because
Yeah.
it brought the fun back into DJing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was not so much about, you know, and I'm still technical, but now I use, you know, Serato control and the iPad to, you know, use all my cue points and my buttons and my loops. I fire everything from the iPad and I use the S9 on top of it.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
So, you know, before that I was using an MPD-18, which is just basically a little MPC pad, and I was programming all my cue points and my drops to the pad with the turntables, because when I lost the CDJs, I lost all the cue points, I lost everything, I lost all the control. So I learned how to do it with turntables and a pad, and then when they came out with Serato control for the iPad, I lost it. I was like, okay, we're in business now. So now, yeah, it's I use the phase turntables, S9, and the Serato control on the iPad,
Oh, wow.
and I do
Nice.
not want to go back.
Yeah, because like
Oh, yeah.
a lot of DJs that are like, you know, around our age, that are veteran DJs, they, you know, I don't know, they feel some type of way about controllers, and you know, oh, you know, and then there's always talking smack about that, and you know, it's turntables. I'm a turn. It's all about turntables, and so
Well, I mean,
you
it's
know,
also Cali
know.
too. I noticed because I would do
Yeah.
all the gigs in Cali, and it's like all turntables. All the clubs are set up, you know, for like hip hop. I mean, other than like house and EDM and stuff like that. But in Vegas, it's like all CDJs.
Yeah.
So
That's another thing. As the, you know, from 2007 on, the EDM boom happened,
Yeah.
and you couldn't, like, you were a dinosaur if you were on turntables,
Right.
because bingo players and Calvin Harris and
Yeah.
yeah.
Tiesto and all of these guys that you were opening up
Yeah.
for, this is you know, I opened up for Tiesto EDC weekend almost every single year for, you know, for as long as it was happening until I left. He did not allow anybody to use Serato before him. He would not allow it. You had to be
Interesting.
on sticks. You couldn't even be on CDJs with Serato.
Oh
Really?
shit!
Yeah. So what we would do was, about, you know, security, everybody, you know,
Wait,
they got to
why
lock
is
him from
that?
his room. He was always scared about the changeover, because he must have had a bad
Okay.
experience somewhere
Yeah.
where shit, oh fuck, now we got to plug this in and unplug it. Like, he didn't
Mhm.
like the box. He didn't want to see the box.
Back when
Oh.
the box was there.
Yeah, so this was, you know, pre S9. It was only a
Yeah, yeah,
900 that you couldn't run. You know, this was when Rain had its
Yeah.
own contract, so
Yeah.
they were partnered up, and you couldn't run Serato through the USB on that 900. Like, you couldn't do none of that yet. There was no
Mhm.
SRT. There was none of that. So he didn't want to chance the changeover with
Yeah.
us putting in a CD or playing a song off a stick, pulling all our shit out, and then us accidentally pulling something, a cord, a plug. He was like, it happened to him once. He was like, no, never again. So what we would do is we would play on Serato, and when security told me, hey, I'm going to get Tiesto, I would just switch over to sticks, have all my shit put away by the
You
time
little
we got there.
sneaky.
So we would, you know, the last 20 minutes of my set, I would play on sticks.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Nice.
Works because
it
then,
works.
you know.
Calvin was the same way though. I remember the first night we had Calvin at Hakkasan. You know, they bought the oomph set, man. They bought the chrome fucking $10,000 joint, 4 CDJs with the chrome 900. Like, this shit
Right.
looked golden. I mean, the pictures were like spot on. He walks up, and I specifically remember standing there, and I'm standing off to the side, and he walks up and he's like, looks at his manager and he's like, fuck is that? And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't want to play on that. He goes, where's the 2000s? He wanted the original 2000s, not the Nexuses. Would not play
Oh.
until we switched them out.
Oh
So
wow.
as his guys getting set up and our opener is playing one by one, they're pulling out CDJs and putting in the original black ones.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah, because I guess on the original 2000, there's a button, like some kind of button that gives you an auto loop.
Yeah.
Mm.
That and Vice
Yeah.
actually used to use this button a lot before he switched over to like HID and all of those things. but I guess there was some kind of button on there that he absolutely needed, and it's not on the Nexus.
Oh wow.
And he was like, I'm not playing on those. And then eventually, I would say probably about 6 months in, they brought him in during the day, and they set up the gold shit. And the guy was like, I was so amazed that, like, bro, you're Calvin Harris. Like, how do you not know
Right.
that they're the same shit?
Right.
But he was so like in his own
It's
bubble.
paranoid, yeah.
They said that he was like, nah, I don't want to change nothing.
Mm.
I want what I want. And so as those got, extinct and the Nexuses and the Nexus 2 started coming out and all of that, they brought him in and he played with them for about an hour, 2 hours while the club was closed in the afternoon. And he's like, all right, I'm good. And never went back.
Wow.
Yeah, I taught him about the button. But he don't ever bring that up. Whatever.
But
So-
that goes to show you, like, those guys too, even at that elite level,
Yeah, yeah.
like they're in their own head as well.
Yeah.
They got their own agenda.
They got their own agenda. And he's like, bro, I don't want to play it. I'm like, bro, you're playing like an hour and 20 minutes, bro. Just put your stick in. Let's go.
Right.
Pause.
Pause. Stick in. Let's go.
You know what I mean? So like, but I will tell you, man, like watching those guys play and work and do the things that they do to those crowds, man, it's fucking insane. Like it's really, the energy in those rooms is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, powerhouse.
It really
DJs,
is.
if you call 'em.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Well, and then go ahead.
I would say just, when Sweet Nothing was at its height that it was a #1 Billboard record in the whole nine. He played that as the first song that I have never heard in a million years, other than when we had Cardi at Dre's when she showed up with Offset. I have never heard a crowd scream louder, so loud that you could not hear the music inside a nightclub.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, that's crazy. And it's
Like
loud
it
in there.
drowned out the music
Oh,
in
crazy.
Hakkasan. It was so
Crazy.
loud in there.
Wow.
And it's
Only
super
other time
loud
I've
in
seen
there.
that is when Cardi showed up pregnant with Offset when we had Amigos show at Dre's, and she was chilling off to the side, and they did Motorsport, and she walked out on stage, and oh my
Oh
god,
man, they went nuts, huh?
oh my god, it was like, what's that shit where you're running with the bulls,
Oh,
Oh,
In Spain?
bro?
Oh,
People
yeah.
were getting trampled, like it was crazy, and
what?
the amount of noise of people screaming, it was ear piercing. That's how
Wow.
crazy it was.
Wow.
So yeah, and she did her little verse and got off, and that was it. She was out.
All right. Well, what about controllers? How do you feel about the controllers, though?
Personally, I don't like them because the first time I did a gig for somebody at I think it was a Carnival Court or something, one of those places, which I actually love playing there, by the way. And the guy was like, I was like, bro, I need my CDJs, blah blah blah. He said, yeah, we're gonna have them there. We got them. I show up, there's a fucking controller there. I've never played on a controller in my life. I'm playing about halfway through my set, the shit just starts going backwards.
Oh, when you hit the wrong
Control
button.
A. Control
Yeah.
Like hitting shit, I'm unplugging this shit. I had to
Oh my
restart
God,
everything, unplug all the power, restart my show. I said I would never fucking use one of those things ever again in my life.
Oh my
So I
God.
hate those fucking
They
things.
hate those
Hey, but
things.
what about the DDJ 1000 SRT?
For
That,
now, I
that's-
mean, but,
that is probably the closest to CDJ, and I have that controller. I think
Yeah.
that controller.
that's
the,
what I
the
have, too.
technology has changed. You know what I mean?
Right.
They've
Yeah.
made it now to where it's. I mean, you're literally on 2 CDJs and a 900.
yeah.
It
They were-
still
you know,
goes
they-
backwards though.
They had
It
like
still goes back.
Does it really?
If you press
Yeah,
the
that's
wrong
why,
button.
that's why you got to know Control A.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I remember I was at a
Yeah.
gig,
Oh, it happened. It
and
happened
I
to me
think I
too.
was with Furious, and it wouldn't stop, and
Yeah.
and I
You're
couldn't.
like,
It was like I had to go online and
and read
Oh,
about
Google it and how to shut shit down.
I was trying, like in the middle,
Yeah.
and like people are just staring at me, and I'm trying to play another song, and so like I had it on. It went to internal, and so when I put it onto the other side, that one was going backwards
Oh
too. So
my
I was like, what the fuck do I
God.
do? Yo,
Yo, that happened
So,
to me
yeah.
too.
I
It happened
accidentally
to me
did that
too.
the other day.
and it happened to me
Oh
at
my
a gig. Like, oh,
gosh.
yo, never again. I wanted to pick that thing up and throw it off the fucking
Oh my
stage.
gosh.
You probably would have.
I would, man. I was so upset, and I called the dude. I cussed him out, and I was just like, no,
What
I'll
the
never work
fuck?
for you ever again. Like,
Mhm.
I was so
Oh my
embarrassed.
God, dude.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So yeah,
No, and,
like
and,
for-
and that's the way it is with new gear. I've never played with sticks. Pause. With the CDJs, but
they're fun. Pause.
yeah. No, actually, right before COVID, remember Rage? I was gonna buy a full setup, 2
you were.
CDJs and the Pioneer mixer too. I was gonna buy a full setup. I said, I need to learn how to practice with these sticks. Pause. Right. So I need to learn how to use these sticks, put them in and out. Load them, figure them out.
Well, yeah, and then you have to loop the signal too
Yep.
on the
Yeah,
CDJs, right?
But
So
that's
I'll-
the thing
I'll-
is if you're on HID mode,
Yeah.
well, that's with Serato. You don't have to do none of that. Like you don't even have to carry the signal. It all runs through the USB.
Yeah, the thing was when I go to the pools in Vegas, my laptop it's donezo. So I
It
said,
just
I need
overheats.
I need to learn how to use the sticks, man. So I was
I'm
like,
gonna give you a trick for that. A-Track I was playing with A-Track at the Beach Club, and
Yeah.
going back to that too. But to pools in Vegas, back when Wet Republic was open and we were on turntables,
yeah,
they
Oh my gosh.
forced us on CDJs because the fucking vinyl
Heat.
was warping.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we were forced. So as DJs in anything, if you're forced to do something, you
You're-
automatically fucking hate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck these things. I don't know. I don't like these things. These things suck. I want my turntables.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And as pool parties got bigger and better, and there's more of them, now it's all CDJs, and then
Yeah.
they just transferred that to the club.
Yeah.
So, but A-Track was playing at Beach Club. It was fucking hot that day. It was like 116, 117.
Ooh.
And he came out. I was opening for him, and we switched over. Boom, no problem. He hooked his laptop up. It's a brand new laptop.
Mhm.
Fucking got all his gear. He's ready to go. First song, boom, turns off.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Ooh.
Very first song.
because it's so fucking hot out there.
Yeah.
So, shout out his road manager, man. He gets the gear out. He goes, yo, give me the sticks. So I get on the mic and I basically just walk out in front of the stage and just start telling people to chant. We're doing like waves and shit. I'm like trying to like give him some time to set
That's
up. He's
professional
like, bro,
right
I'm
there.
ready. He yells to me, I'm ready. Fucking puts the sticks in, pause, and goes fucking berserk
Mhm.
Wow.
for 3 hours to straight stick, nothing, like just
Yeah.
berserk.
DJs, if you
And-
haven't DJ'd in
killed
Vegas,
Killed it.
that heat.
So shout out to A-Track, man. I was fucking mind blown when I saw him play off sticks.
Wow. Yeah. And,
But yeah, I mean that's a real, you know what I mean? Hashtag real DJ, like
right.
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
You have to be able to do, and that's why I wanted to buy it so I can practice that HID. I can practice figuring it out right in the comfortable, my own home right here, and set it up, and without having to worry about trying to do it live. Like, oh, I'm trying to figure it out without live. And
Being
shit, so.
being in those settings with
Yeah.
those bingo players and A-Tracks and those guys, like they demand that you play on sticks and
Yeah.
CDJs. So like we had to learn. Shout out to
Yeah.
Exodus, man. Like he basically took the crash course in Record Box and was like, yo, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And showed me how to do it, and I got going. And Jason Lima over at Marquee had been on Record Box and sticks forever. That's how he plays. He plays that normally, open format wise, by the way, which is insane.
Dang.
you gotta know your stick.
You
though.
gotta know your
Yeah.
shit.
You gotta know your
Yeah.
stick well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Pause.
pause, big pause. Yeah, again, going back to that, like when I called them for help, they helped me.
Yeah.
I asked for help. Don't be afraid to ever ask for help. That's another lesson. Like don't ever, don't if you need help, fucking ask for it.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to help, somebody will help you.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, man, I had to learn. It was a whole new learning curve, just like this Twitch shit. I'm still learning.
Oh yeah. Hey, speaking of that, let's talk about your experience DJing on Twitch and that transition to that and stuff. I mean, how'd that? And then we talked about how you were frustrated with it, and then
Yeah, I mean, I got frustrated Saturday. Like, I literally was, texting my mod Sarah, like, yo, I'm done. Like, I can't do this shit. Like, my computer's
What
overheating.
happened on Saturday?
It just, man, like Twitch has this weird thing, and because it's Twitch, you don't know if it's your camera, if it's your sound card, if it's your computer, you don't know what
you
it
got
is.
troubleshoot.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But every now and then, Twitch, and it's happened to me 2 or 3 times. I know it's happened to friends and a couple of times and a couple other DJs. You'll be running fine, hour, 2 hour. You're good. Your stream's good. Your excellence. And I watch my own feed in mod view, so I can see if my camera is unstable or excellent, and it'll tell you.
Same.
Right. So every now and then, my video will go to unstable, and it'll stay in unstable.
Really?
But my audio will be crystal clear, no glitches, nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's my camera, whatever, boom, boom, boom. And then about, I don't know, 30 minutes into that, it'll just log me off.
Interesting. Yeah.
and it'll go server
Really?
error. Yep, and it's happened to me
Wow.
2 or 3 times. It happened to me today again.
I think Saturday was a special case because that was happening to a lot of us. That even happened to me.
I had heard.
Yeah.
I
But
think they
it
were doing
turned
that.
out, yeah. So,
They were probably
And,
doing
and
an
like
upgrade.
you said, sometimes it's Twitch, and
Mhm.
and it's just, they'll usually tweet it out though. That's the thing. So luckily, like if you look at the something like that happens, just go to your Twitter, go to Twitch Twitter, and see if there's any updates like that, because like it happens. It doesn't matter if it's DJs, gamers, artists or whatever. It just happens on Twitch, and it's just something with their servers or whatever it is. It's weird. It's some weirdo shit that
You,
happens.
you know what?
But
The thing that sucks the most though, it only happens when I've got a lot of people in my room.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh. Yeah, right.
And
Like,
that's
you know-
the shitty part, because when you come back,
There's 17
Gone.
people in your room. Like,
nobody's there anymore. Yeah. But I noticed that I used to get mad at Twitch and tweet to them like, motherfucker, this never happens to your top 10 gamers.
For
That
sure.
shit never happens to them. Like,
I mean, they also
whatever
probably running
server
a
they're on.
$40,000 supercomputer as well.
Right.
But
I'm like, whatever server you guys got them on, put them on let me be on that motherfucking server.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, whatever you're doing for them bitches, do that same shit for me, motherfucker.
but
Like,
I was talking to some of my gamer buddies that are heavy into the Twitch game and all of that, and they're like, bro, that shit happens to us too.
Yeah.
And we're in a fucking warehouse with fucking supercomputers, and that shit still logs us off. And I'm like, how? He's like, bro, it's just bandwidth.
It's just
It's
how-
this.
yeah.
It's that. Like there's a
Yeah.
there's a power surge in whatever fucking state they have their shit to. He's like, bro, there's nothing you can do about it. I
You
said, well,
just
that
have
shit
to-
happens to me when I'm reaching 100 people, dog. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah,
That shit
right.
don't
Yeah.
happen
Like
to
they're
me when I
watching.
got 8 people in my room. Get the fuck out.
CyberKid's out by 100. Okay, hit the switch.
Yeah, it's like I
switch,
feel like
yeah.
they're targeting motherfuckers. Like, no, oh, he's reaching partner. Nah, cut that motherfucker off.
Yeah, cut him
Oh
off.
my gosh, dude.
Because we all know, like, bro, that partnership is hard as fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
that shit.
shit, it
Oh my
is.
Like,
gosh.
don't get twisted, man. That partnership is not a joke, man. So
Yeah.
shout out to
Yeah.
everybody that's made it through that partnership, man. That shit is hard
That's
to
like-
do.
That's
Yeah,
like
the ones
75
that-
average for the whole time. I'm like, oh my god.
75. It's what 75 people average for 30 days.
30
Yep.
days straight.
I don't
Yeah.
think people
But
understand
see-
how hard that is to do.
it's one of those things where, and it doesn't matter what category it's in, gaming, DJs, art. A lot of people don't understand. Some people get like just straight hooked up. You feel me? They just
Oh,
get
no,
hooked
yeah.
Yeah,
up.
they get
100%.
hooked up on the first day they join.
Right. So you see those check marks for some of these other people that stream in your same category. So you think, oh, I can hit partner.
Oh no,
you
no, I know.
No,
I know.
I'm saying this for everybody in chat.
Okay,
But
yeah.
what ends up happening is like the average for people to get partnered is like 3 years. And nobody understands that. Like,
Oh,
it takes a
wow.
long time for motherfuckers to get partnered. Just because you do 75 people for a month straight, that means you can apply.
Yeah,
That
Right.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
that Twitch will
Oh,
say,
what?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
So-
you
it does-
go through that, Savo? Because I think that's a misconception. for a
Hold
lot
on,
of
Yo-
people.
Yoshi-
Nah,
Yoshi
that means
said-
that-
Yoshi said it was
What?
my old PD getting back at me.
He's probably
There you
watching
go.
Twitch now.
Fucking watching me right now.
He's at Twitch now. He's making phone calls and
Like
texts.
Hey, listen, I got you
Turn
drunk,
him
bro.
off.
Come on, several times. Yes,
No, but-
explain that a little bit too, because I know
So
that there's a
that's-
misconstrued about that.
Like, so okay, so when they made the affiliate program, right? So before it was either you were a streamer or you were a partner, and it was really hard to get partner. And once you became a partner, you were a Twitch god.
Mhm.
So when they made the affiliate program, they had to come up with a program of how to become an affiliate and how to become a partner. Before affiliates, there was no how to become a goddamn partner. You got, if you do this much, blah, blah, blah. It's just once your stream was cracked off, you could just apply. So I found out from a bunch of people who had, 200-300 people in their stream on a regular basis for a long time.
Mhm.
They would continually apply to Twitch, and Twitch would say, no, not at this time. No,
then
not at this time.
why would they say not at this time if you meet the requirements? I
'Cause
guess
they-
is what
they-
people don't
Because
understand.
it's not just about the requirements. It's about they want something entertainment. There's and then as an affiliate, and I've said this a million times, so I'm sorry if I sound, like a repetitive record. Here's the thing: once you become an affiliate, what the fuck is the point of giving you the partnership? Twitch doesn't need to give you a partnership.
Right.
They ain't gonna make no more money off of you. Matter of fact, they're gonna lose money off of you if they give you a partnership.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that is true.
once you've accepted that affiliate,
Mhm.
now you got a real uphill battle to try to get to be a partner. But it doesn't mean that it can't happen, and it doesn't mean that because I know people also who applied without the 75. You feel me? And
Yeah.
they applied without going by that stringent rule, and Twitch said yeah. So they want the entertainment value. That's what I was told from
Somebody at
one
Twitch.
of the original 12 at Twitch.
Oh wow.
Her and I were real tight, and for years we're still cool. We're still super cool. She's just not at Twitch anymore.
Mhm.
She took that motherfucking money and cut. She did, man. She took it was something crazy. She took 23 million and cut.
Damn.
But she said that what they're looking for is the entertainment value. So that's why I repeat to people all the time, you got to do something that's familiar but different. If there's 85 of you doing the same shit, if you're an anime artist and there's 65 anime artists, what's going to make you different?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
Twitch doesn't need to partner another anime artist. If you're a DJ that plays nothing but old school, and there's 90 of us, you feel me?
Yeah.
Why does Twitch need to partner you? You feel me? So,
Yeah.
but
Well, there are
it
some
doesn't-
partners that are really not very entertaining, but they made it.
Yeah, because
That's
No,
what's
and-
boggling,
But
know.
that's because they got a
that's because
hookup.
they got the hookup.
Yeah.
Right, but even the
I've
hookup, that's
personally
kind of like
seen the email. Like I've actually seen the email that comes through to people when Twitch
Yeah.
makes you a partner. I've seen it. I've read it.
okay.
And it's literally just a link. You click it, it changes your shit. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? If you got that hookup, bravo, man. Use it. Shit.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of DJs, there's the new onslaught of DJ, the gold
course.
rush to Twitch
Mhm.
because of the Rona.
Mhm.
Right.
I've
Hot
looked
girl.
at some of their pages. They don't have overlays. None of their panels are done.
Mhm.
There's no information on their channel. They just fucking stream and get money. You feel me?
I mean,
And
but it
it's
could
like-
be their affiliation too. Who are they connected
Mhm.
to?
But
Yada yada
and
yada.
that's what it is. What it is they know somebody at Twitch, or
Yeah.
they know somebody who knows somebody at Twitch, and they got
Right.
the hookup.
Right.
And I know a lot of, but it's not just DJs. I know a lot of gamers who got their partnership like that. I know a lot of artists that got their partnership like that.
Really?
And yeah, so it's but in the general scheme of things, if you don't know nobody, then
It's gonna take you a long time.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take you a long time.
My philosophy is I ain't even trying to gun for partner anymore. Like I'm here, I'm affiliate. I enjoy what I do. I'm making money off of what I do, and I love the people that come in my chat. So fuck it if I make partner or not. That's
Yeah,
not
I'm
my
just-
fault.
I'm the same way,
partner's
too.
not gonna do partnership isn't gonna do much for you unless
Nah.
you get
I do
unless you're
feel
doing 10,000, unless you're doing 10,000 plus, 7,000 plus. Partnership isn't really going to change your stream.
Right.
feel me?
I do feel this though, like, and tell me if you agree with me on this. Is everybody is in a certain level of DJing, whether it's you got elite guys, the big guys, right?
Yeah.
And then you got these guys on this level, and this. So if you're in a certain circle of DJs, and all of those guys got a check mark, like you need to have that. Like it's kind of weird that you don't have one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
But
It's like
if
this. It's
you're
like
that league. If you're in that league, then you have the same friends that they have, and you just need to make that phone call. That's all it is.
possible. It's like the invisible scratch pickles having a verification and the beat junkies don't have it. Like I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there's a certain level
The
of
beat
DJs.
junkies don't have it.
No, I think they got. Actually, I don't even. know
I
if
was
they
about
have.
to say. I think they do.
But
They better.
somebody said it in the chat. I missed it. Might want to go back. But chasing numbers, No, that shit's gonna drive you crazy.
It's gonna
That's why
drive you
don't look at it.
crazy.
Don't.
Don't
It's
you
gonna
can
drive you
hide. There's
crazy.
ways to hide it too. You can
Crazy.
hide who's watching you.
Crazy.
Like I don't have that shit on my overlay. Like I see it because I'm in mod view because I like
Yeah.
to watch the camera and tell me if it's unstable because that's the only view that it'll tell
Yeah.
you.
That's what I.
But
use
it's
it for.
like don't chase the numbers. Like
Nah.
it's not
And
the
then
numbers
Flo-
will come.
Flo said getting partner status can help you get brand deals though. No,
Do-
it
No,
can't.
do
that's
you-
not true.
Guess what?
Who
Guess
said
what
that?
they're looking for, homie?
Flow
They're not
ga-
looking
Floho
for
Gaming.
that partner check. What they're looking for is those numbers. They're looking for you. Look, they're not going to try to give you a partnership. I mean, they're not trying to give you a brand deal or any kind of sponsorship deals, only for the simple fact that you're not bringing. What do you have to offer? If you got
Yeah.
12 motherfuckers and if you have a blue check mark or a purple check mark on Twitch, right? But you still only have 12 people, 76 people on your stream, they're going to give you a product placement?
No, nothing.
Fuck no.
You got to build that.
That doesn't work like that, bro. And then here's the other thing. I know other artists, at least for the artists that I know, artists who have had, minimal success, they've gotten brand deals. You feel
Right.
me? So it doesn't, but they're entertaining and they bring something different to the table.
Right.
And that's why they get that product
it's-
placement
yep.
or they get this. I got a G Fuel partnership. You know what I'm saying? I get product. You feel me? G Fuel ain't breaking me off. You feel me?
Pause.
But I get product and stuff like
Pause.
that. So, right.
But yeah,
So it's not about
gonna
that.
work.
It's just it's
It's
just
hard to figure
get
out.
online,
Yeah.
enjoy streaming, and do your motherfucking thing, and let it come to you. You feel me? Just in like 360 said, make that loop, enjoy
Yeah.
the fuck out of your community, build your channel. Don't trip off of being a partner or not. You know what I'm saying?
And
I mean, you
don't
gonna make
trip
more
off of
money without
other
it.
people having partnership
Yeah.
either. Like
Absolutely
that
not,
doesn't
yeah.
mean I mean great for them. Like I'll give you a perfect example, right? Eric Deluxe, my brother, they do very well, right? They got the Fade shit popping. They got the Fade University. They got hundreds and hundreds of people in their shit, even close to thousands sometimes,
Yeah.
right? All it takes is for somebody to hit a switch and put Deluxe on that front page, and he's
Yep.
at 12,000.
Yeah, it's a different server
Does
that
that
they put
does
you
that
on.
mean? Yeah, does
Yeah.
that mean? Of course he deserves a check. I'm not the check mark. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they took me and put me on that.
Then you
on
would
that
have the
front page.
same, yeah.
I got 12,000 people watching me. Oh, I
Exactly.
need that check now. That verification. That's not what it means.
Right.
It takes them nothing to hit that switch and put you on that server.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And the thing
And
about it is
It's the
is that
value
those-
though. Fade and
Mhm.
them
Yeah.
have a value, and Twitch
Yes.
recognizes the value of Eric and Five and those guys and
Value,
Creddy and
that-
all of these
that's
guys
the
at that
key word.
level. So
Yep.
they put them on the front page. Look at
That's-
Franzen. That dude built his page from
Oh
nothing.
my gosh, exactly. That dude is streams
and he got on that
forever.
front page. He had like
Yeah.
25,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's at like 6,000 or
You know?
7,000 subscribers right now.
Yeah, no, he's
And-
but he built that from nothing.
And look at his numbers. Franzen be doing like Franzen, if he gets 200 people, that's a motherfucking great night
Yep.
for him.
Great
But
night.
7,000 subs, that
Yep.
just shows you that you don't have to have these incredible numbers
Yep.
No.
to have a great community that supports you. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get out of Twitch what you put into it. And I tell all new
Yep.
streamers this: if you put your best foot forward and you can afford to really grind the fuck out of Twitch, then that's what you're gonna get out of it. But if you're doing one day, 2 or 3 days, maybe you're doing 2 or 3 hours here and there, 4 hours, show, whatever, then that's what you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
But there's another dude who's down the road and he's doing 10 hours, 12 hours, 7 days a week.
Yeah, but
Guess what?
does that matter though? Like, I mean, so because I'm the 2 to 3 hours, like maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
That's me too.
Like, I feel like, if I'm on all the time, I feel people might be like, oh, well, she'll be on tomorrow. I'll catch her tomorrow.
feel the same.
Or
I
whatever,
feel you. I
but
feel
they
you.
know on Thursdays they're gonna get 360, or they're gonna see me on Furious Fridays, or they're gonna
I
see
feel
me
that
on
I feel
Monday.
that too, but what the part of that you're missing is, like, I'll give you a perfect example. I go on every day at 3:00, 3:30 at the latest, right? 7 days a week I'm on. right? It didn't start that way. I was one day here, 2 days there, whatever it was, whatever I felt like, till I really hit that mark, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on every day. I ain't got shit else to do. I'm gonna go on every day.
Right?
But I do. That's the thing.
No,
you know.
and I do too now. You know what I mean? I'm back in the office, things of that nature. But I try to make it work. I'm on every day, no doubt.
Yeah.
I got hit. Flipside hit me with a 80-person raid on a day that I was just playing some chill shit. Let me go on for like 10 minutes, 15. Let me just go on so I don't miss a day, right?
Yeah.
I want to see that bar there. Like I didn't want to see a 0 there. I want to just continue
Some
my
consistent,
stream.
yeah. Mhm.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hit me with 80. Somebody else hit me with like 70. Now I'm almost at 200 in a matter of 10 minutes. And now, oh shit, we got a party.
Yeah.
Did 99 subs that day on a day I didn't want to go in, or
Yeah.
didn't want to
Didn't
stream.
go in.
Fierce
you
tells me
miss-
that all the time.
You
Yeah.
miss those
You do,
opportunities
man. Yeah.
that of somebody like, and honestly, like me and Flipside are cool. I don't know him like that, but
Mhm.
I might have been the only one on
Yeah.
that he recognized the name and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna shoot it to him."
Yeah.
Dre Sinatra has done that to me without telling me. He's like, "Bro, he'll shoot me 110." I'm like, "Yo, what
Yeah.
the fuck? I'm ready to
I
get off."
just-
Yeah.
I feel like this 360. I feel like this. I feel like yes, you definitely have to give your community time to miss you
Yes.
Mhm.
and to explore Twitch and go see Twitch.
Yes.
But you can do that when you do 7 days a week. If you work full time, if you stream full time, now you can't. You're like being mom and work and all kinds of other shit. You feel me? But if you can afford to be a full time streamer
Mhm.
right now, you got to do it because, like he said, the opportunities for people to raid you, other people who have been trying to catch you online so that they can raid you or whatever, those things will happen. But you're going to slowly but surely build a bigger audience because you're putting in more time. The more
Yeah.
time you put on stream, the more time people have to sub to you, to follow you, to grow your stream, grow your numbers.
The
So
thing we go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, so you have to have time for people to miss you,
Right.
but you also have to put in that time, like any job, anything that you do,
Mhm.
to get full-time results. You got to put in that full-time time. You feel me?
What we also
No, I think
have to,
that's
oh,
what
go
your
ahead.
goal is. No, sorry. I know you.
No,
were
no,
gonna
go ahead.
next. No, go ahead. You're
was-
next.
What I was gonna say was what we also got to remember, and I forget this all the time when I was promoting the podcast. I was like, "Yo, catch me 7 o'clock." Somebody hit me was like, "What time zone?"
Right.
I was like,
time
oh,
zones
yeah.
kill me.
We gotta remember that there's people in
Yeah.
France and Brazil and
Yeah.
Russia. Like,
Mhm.
bro, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon in France at
Yeah.
3 o'clock when I'm on. Guess what?
Yeah.
They're just getting it, get off work and they want to get lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Happy hour
right.
in fucking Switzerland.
That's what
Yeah.
fucking happened to me
That's
on
what
Saturday.
we
I
gotta
had-
remember
yeah.
that. So those
Yeah.
people that were in, say, I don't know, Flipside's room or Sable's room or Furious's room, right? They came because none of their people are on right now. It's midnight where the fuck they're
Yeah.
at. Everyone's asleep. Guess what? We're on. Now their friends 2 days later are checking in with us.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're my boy's a DJ in France. I told him to raid you. Now we got a fucking raid from France. But
Yeah.
if you're not on, you miss those opportunities because this shit is
But
worldwide.
I
And I
mean,
forget
it's
that
roulette.
shit.
It's roulette. You could be on at the wrong time too, but you're
Very
on
true.
during the day. And you know what, to say that for me, like, to be honest, I love what I do, but I don't want to be doing that every day. Yo, I got a life. I like doing shit. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
sit and fucking do nothing. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. But
I like that.
But when I am on, I give you guys the best fucking show. Go check all my shit on IG.
Ooh,
When you
bam.
see that shit, it's a fucking party. So
Drop
people
that
will be
shit.
like,
Right.
when are you on?
Yeah.
You
Drop that
are
shit.
fun to watch. So you want to talk about entertainment? I give you that. You do that too. Like, I love watching your stream, CyberKid. Like, I'm like, dude, this guy is just hype. I love it. I'm here every day,
That energy.
whenever I can.
But
That energy.
And the
For
thing
the-
is too, my work also, and this is real talk, is me supporting my community. So
Right.
I'm there in your stream, I'm in your
Right.
stream, I'm in your stream. That shit is work too. So
Yeah,
very true. Very
so
true.
It's
And that's
very-
a big
that's
part of it
and
as
it's
important
well.
to me.
important.
I
Because
appreciate
if
that.
you
Important.
know me, if you know
Super
if
important.
360 got your back, you'll see me in your fucking stream all the fucking time.
Believe
and I'll
that.
be
Believe
talking
that.
to you, talking
Yeah.
about you, bringing people over, and then when
But-
I'm on my stream, that's what I do. But the thing is, though, I like to have my own life too. Like, I like to do things and 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 also pay attention to my stream and make sure that I'm there for my stream too. But
But
that's just my thing.
I was streaming, let's say,
Hmm.
probably about, I don't know, maybe a week, maybe 4 or 5 days before you caught my first stream.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, but if I wasn't on every day, you wouldn't have had
Right.
that opportunity to catch me that Thursday or whatever that day was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if I wasn't on that day? All of these, if you're not on every day, these people that want to catch you, because they have lives, they have shit they
Yeah.
want to do. They have
Right.
they want to sit and do nothing and not be on Twitch all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, bro, trust me, it's fucking hard.
It is.
I'm at
There's
the
a
office,
lot.
got this shit playing in the background, like.
There's a lot of factors to all of that, right?
So
Yeah.
it's a give and take. It's how much you want to do versus,
But
how
that's the thing. I'm
available you want to
happy
make
where
yourself.
I'm at. Like, I'm
And
not
that's it.
trying to be crazy. Like, and the thing
And
is that,
that's
like,
what it's about.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
so
all that
That's what
matters.
it's about. That's what it's about. 360.
yeah,
That's-
like, I
you
mean,
just-
I've gotten real lucky. Like, I got like raids that were almost upward of 500 people, and then I put on those
Shit,
shows.
send that shit to my
I
way.
got
Fuck.
I logged on.
That's
You know
that's
what I'm
MGV
sp-
right there.
Yeah, it's
I was,
Angie.
but
Yeah.
those are people that I support because they're like, yo, 360's on. Go to her room.
Right. But what if
It's
you
not
weren't
just
on?
that. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's like, it's also the look of the draw.
we
know
got
what
we
I
got hit
mean?
on Sunday. I was modding for Just Incredible in his room.
I
and-
sent my room to Justin after, and I
Yeah,
gave
I
him
remember
like
that night.
300 people.
yeah, and we were on. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna do a pre warm up. You're gonna go on at 3. I'm gonna go on at like 1:30 and just warm it up. And let's gear up, get ready to raid you, and you go, and we'll continue it on, right?"
Right.
So he
Yeah.
goes on at 1:30. We didn't even know Angie was on. Like, I follow Angie, but I wasn't checking. Like,
She
we
has
were
a
just
great
doing our
show.
I
Yeah.
was modding him. She hit him with 508 out of
Mhm.
nowhere, and I
Yep.
told him, I'm like, "Bro, you can't get off now.
No.
Yeah.
Like, it's
No,
on.
you
It's
can't get off.
2:45. Don't push him to me.
You can't
Let's
get
push
off,
my
yeah.
let's push my set back to 4:30,
Yeah.
and you keep going.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
doing
Let's see
it.
how much we can, if not keep them or how many subs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, let's give them the show. Like,
You have to
Angie pushed
pivot.
them to you.
You have to pivot. Like, that's what happened. Like, in my first time she rated me, I was just like, okay, well, we're moist and crumbly. We've been on for
I was
an
on
hour and
that show.
hour and a half,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was just getting done with the talk break, and I was like, fuck, I'm fucked up. I'm moist. I'm crumbly right now. I was like, okay, playing slow
Damn, she
jams,
said
and then
voice.
we got hit with this
Jesus.
raid. I'm serious.
That
We
shit
got
was
hit with-
nuts.
We got
I
hit with
remember
this
that.
raid, and I was like, oh, right before we got raided, I was like, oh, I guess I got to mix again. And then even like ask all the Chi-Town people. They were like, oh shit, you were like moist and crumbly, and then you got raided, and then you turned on like that. And I was like, I had to
Mhm.
because I'm
You
not
have
gonna
to.
have 500 people come into my room and be like, okay, I'm just
This
doing
shit's
this.
boring.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
it's
had to turn it on. I had to like sober up real fast.
That's
for
like
that
when you're in the
room.
club, right? It's like
Absolutely.
you gotta
No,
turn it
it's
up.
the same. You know what I mean?
Same
We're just
thing.
doing it now online in the streaming platform, but we're doing the same thing. We're
Yeah.
entertaining people. We're talking to people. We're giving them
Entertaining
shit to
people,
do.
exactly.
Telling them to put their
Yeah.
fucking hands up and shit in the
Yes.
fucking corner and
Exactly.
take a
Same
piss in the
shit.
fucking. You know what I mean? Like, we're
Exactly.
telling them to do shit. We're,
Exactly.
Same stuff as the club, right?
My wife's mad.
And-
Like, we,
and-
we bought 2 bottles of Jameson cold brew and she hasn't tried it yet because I drank the first one.
We're drinking it all. Save some for the wifey. Come on now.
You know what I mean? Like,
Stop playing.
I was gonna say too. Look. I'm not saying I know everything about Twitch, but here's the thing. I was a big fan of Twitch, and I would always scroll all the way down to the people who had like 1 or 2 people. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
fucking always like supported the small guy. And this is before I even thought about streaming. And so I've watched people who, they'll tell you that for them to where now they're making a really good living at Twitch, they had to be full time. They had
Yeah.
to do 10 or 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they made
Mhm.
that commitment for a year. And so that's what I modeled my stream off of when I first started. I was 7 days a week. I was doing 10 to 12 hours every stream, 8 to 12 hours every stream, depending on. And then I started doing double ups where I would stream for 4 or 5 hours in the morning and then 4 or 5, and then like another 8 hours at night.
Woo.
And
Yeah,
but my numbers went up. Twitch noticed me. I didn't apply to Twitch. Twitch came to me and just gave me my partnership. You feel me?
Wow, that's
Matter
amazing.
of fact, I never paid, like, I don't really be paying attention to my emails unless it's something that I'm need to do. And that motherfucking email
Remind me
sat in my
never to email you.
Right? You gotta text me and go, hey, check your motherfucking email, T. But
I have to do that to you.
It sat in my email for a week. And so I was joking around.
You didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I was joking around with Twitch staff and was like, yeah, it'd be cool if you gave a brother, his motherfucking partnership. They were like, have you checked your email? And I was like, what? They were like, yeah, we sent that shit to you like 8 days ago. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. They did it, and it was real cool because they did it right before the first TwitchCon. I've been on Twitch for 5 years now. You feel me?
That's a whole
Almost
thing that
6
people
years.
don't even know about, the TwitchCon. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We used to put.
And they canceled it this year. So
I used to watch Twitch for my daughter. She loves playing games. She's like a whiz at Mario Kart, man. My 14-year-old.
Ooh.
She be whooping motherfuckers
my
ass
game.
online. Like, she be whooping my ass, and I'm pretty good at video games. So I'm like, okay, let me get this little Nintendo account real quick, put it up against some people online. Then she started whooping everybody's ass online. So I'm like, okay. And literally right before this, I had talked to her about it. I was like, yo, the esports arena is right here. They got a little Mario Kart shit coming up.
Oh,
See how good you really are. Because I might have a Prodigy sitting upstairs. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I
Furious?
mean?
Furious.
Listen, don't
Ask
fuck with me
Furious.
on some Street Fighter, but I
Yeah.
can't play fucking Mario Kart to save my life. You know what I mean? But so we were literally right before the pandemic. I was gonna take her to the esports arena and put her up against some people and see how good she really was. But so we were watching, Twitch and watch, because they there's some you can watch and they guide you through everything. Oh, hit this and this is where you do it and this is how you do this and you learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's incredible people on there that you can watch and learn from. So I'm like, yo, watch these people in anything. When she was playing volleyball, we used to do that. I'm like, yo, watch these people. We put on the U.S. Olympics. I'm like, watch how they do things, and you just watch and learn.
Consume. You got to consume.
Yeah, consume the info. You know what I mean? So with
Consume
that,
the info.
I was already on, quote unquote, on Twitch, but I don't like being in front of a camera. I don't like talking on a microphone. I didn't like none of that until Twitch.
Oh, wow.
I think we all were the same way.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Speak for
Oh, you
yourself,
like being?
girl.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I love. Listen,
You love.
I
the
did
camera?
this. I did this shit for one reason only. I'm a weird ass introvert, and I like being at home by myself. But I love the attention of other people. Like, I'm more comfortable on a stage in front of 30,000 people with my pants down than I am, like for real. For real.
Big
than
pause.
I am at like a dinner party. At a dinner party, I might just be chill. I don't need to be center of attention, which, luckily all my friends are hysterical and awesome. So I can sit back and I don't have to be center of attention. But put me on stage, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I've been doing it since I was 6 years old. I've been on a stage since I was 6 years old. When I was 15, I started stand-up because I need that motherfucking attention. You feel me? So
I mean, it's the energy too that you get from that attention.
Yeah.
right.
Like that.
Yeah.
You
That
feel
shit
me?
just
And a
makes
lot
your
of people
blood
don't
go.
understand with Twitch, especially with Twitch. Man, my family knows, like my kids know. Like, I would stream and I would be so on fire. As soon as you guys know now, when you get off the fucking stream, people don't understand. Man, I would be out. Like,
You're
I'm
tired.
just worn the fuck out. Like,
It's
I
a
had
lot.
just got done doing the Olympics or something. You feel
It's
me?
true.
It's a lot.
Oh my
of work,
God.
But that's
After
how I
the
know that
stream.
I'm doing my job right. You feel me?
When I first started, I mean, like, I could be in front of 1,000, 2,000 people. It'd be no problem for me. I've done arenas, and it's like, then when I turned that camera on, I was like, yeah, hi guys.
That's how I started.
I was like, what the fuck?
And we're radio guys, so
I
like we're used to
know.
talking to people,
Yeah.
Right?
a massive amounts of people.
Yeah.
But again, I'm the same way. Like when you turn that camera on, I was like, So what's up, everybody? You guys having a good day?
You were not
So
even like
shy.
that.
No, I swear to God, you
You
can
were
ask
not.
anybody. But
Okay,
if you
by the
put me,
time I
you
saw
put me on
you-
a stage
Yeah.
introducing Snoop Dogg in front of 10,000 people, give
It's
me that
like nothing.
mic.
Yeah.
It's
give me-
nothing.
Yeah, give me that
no, I
mic.
was just gonna
That's
say.
rage right here. That's
You're
how he
conditioned,
was.
you know, from.
You know what I'm
you were
saying?
young.
It's like
Yeah,
that.
Fierce.
And
Fierce making fun of me.
I think we can all agree on this, and I think I can speak for everybody about this. Is we get the thrill, at least I do. I enjoy working fucking hard. Pause.
Yeah.
Big pause.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm not working my ass to the fucking bone, pause,
Yeah.
I go crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife is always like, just watch some TV. Like she reads books. She's fucking read 600 books already since January. Like she reads books like there's no tomorrow. She just sits there and she's just like reading her book. I'm on my computer. I'm modding. I'm on my phone. I have the iPad up.
Mhm.
She's like, what are you doing?
Right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I
That's
can't
our
put my
household.
brain to rest.
Yeah.
That's
So
our
when,
household.
so when Twitch was another option to keep me busy, I was like, give me as much of it as I fucking possibly can. And then I got discouraged because of the technical side of shit. Because
Yeah.
it's video. Shout out to my brother Casey Ray. Like video is 13 times larger than audio. So
Yep.
if you don't have processors
different
to run
animal.
them, it's just a different animal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, well, shit, I could do this. I could just turn on the camera and like rock. Like, nah, my shit was shutting down, overheating.
Mhm.
Like, so now I gotta go get another computer. Like, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're
Just
not
setting motherfucking OBS up
Bro.
the right way
40%.
is a
Mhm.
motherfucking brain. You're like, God damn. Like, I
Yeah.
had to hit my homeboy and go, listen, there's something like my shit don't look like your shit. What is your OBS setting?
Yeah.
And then we get on Discord and he would open up his screen and I would just go down and I would match his OBS settings.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then my shit was like pristine. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
I'll give y'all a
But
pro
that's what
tip.
it took.
Team Viewer. If you guys don't use Team Viewer, use Team Viewer. It allows you to log in to other people's computers, or if you have more than one, your own computers.
Team viewer.
Oh
Team
yeah,
viewers.
Team
Oh, yeah,
viewers. Yeah,
Team
but you
viewers.
can do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
thing with Discord.
Discord
You
the
can
same
do the
way.
exact
You
same
can do
thing
the
with
same
Discord.
I didn't know that. See, that's a
Yeah,
whole nother
yeah.
thing that I'm
You
just
can
learning.
share. You can share video. You can stream on Discord. You can. Well,
Jesus.
you guys can't because you guys are affiliates.
Oh, look at see, there he is. There
but,
he is. You need
No,
that
no,
purple
no, no,
check.
no. I
Don't play
get
with
me
you.
wrong.
Wait, who's
I-
here?
I-
Who's here?
I don't have my checkpoint right anymore. But I was gonna say this real quick. It's a trip, man. When I got into radio, I didn't know, but radio fit me perfectly because I could speak to the masses behind that mic and be funny and kick it and laugh and do my old school show or whatever it was. Friday night, Saturday night street party. But that's a very introvert motherfucking job because people don't see you.
Right.
You're talking to thousands and you got
Millions.
millions of fans in San Diego, but I can take my son to the movie, and as long as I don't open up my mouth,
no one knows who you are. Pause.
Nobody knows who I
Right.
am. I'm cool, you feel me?
Bro,
Yep.
too many pauses.
So
I got a
I
story
loved-
about that. I got a real good story about that.
My dad
I
loves
love that
telling
shit
everybody
about
who I
radio.
am. Oh, loves it.
I love that about radio. Twitch is different. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go to TwitchCon, then it all motherfucking makes sense. Wait until you guys get your first motherfucking TwitchCon, and your community comes to San Diego for TwitchCon, and all they came for was so that they could come and see you and get you to sign some shit or
That's
hang out, meet
Yeah.
you and shit like that. Then it just takes that whole
TwitchCon in San
those
Diego is the
relationships.
shit. It is. The
Is
shit.
that
It's
so?
much
That's
fun.
based in San
Fucking
Diego
off the hook.
too.
Yeah, it's based in
yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah.
I've done so many Twitch parties in because I'm at altitude, so there's always a Twitch party. I've done I think Marvel had one up there one time. Bunch of gaming stuff that's gone up there.
I
I've done some.
Yep.
almost moved to San
Yeah.
Diego last 2 years ago.
Oh,
Almost
damn.
pulled the trigger and did it. 'Cause, my
Oh,
wife's
did you?
my wife's from San Diego,
Oh, okay.
so yeah, she's born and raised there, Chula Vista. So
Okay, word.
yeah, my her sister and everybody, they're all still there. So her
Your
whole
wife's
family,
she's Mexican?
she's Japanese.
What? They have
Yeah, my wife-
Japanese people in Chula Vista?
Yeah.
Okay,
talking
Sable,
about
a lot,
serious.
actually.
Are
What you talking
about?
you
This is a
serious right
shitload,
now?
Oh my
Well,
god.
she went to. I want to say she
turn
went to
his camera
Bonita.
off, bro.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
her
turn his
sister-
camera off.
You know, little sister went to
Stop racism.
Hilltop. So
Okay.
yeah, so when when the opportunity was approaching and we were getting ready to, our 5-year-old was getting ready to go to school and like all that, we were trying to
Hilltop,
figure out what
wow.
we wanted to do, if we were gonna buy a house, what we were gonna do. We almost pulled the trigger and said, "Fuck it, let's just go. I want to go there because that's where we want to end up anyway."
We're gonna be
And
all hanging out.
Bro, we would,
That's what-
man.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been like all
Well,
day,
We
especially.
would have done streams. I
Yeah.
mean,
See,
you know what I mean? But
there you
I'm
go.
in San Diego probably 8, 9, 10 times a year.
Fuck it.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
hey,
Really?
hey, you got
Yeah,
my
I
number.
To
love-
visit
man.
family?
You got my
Yeah,
number.
well, we go
dude.
down
Fuck
a
it.
lot for, we know how she has nephews now and stuff like that. Her little sister had kids, and
Mhm.
we go down a lot to visit her family.
Yeah.
So we're
Next
always
time
down.
you're
there.
down, we're gonna be
Yeah,
streaming
let's
at
do it.
Bro,
Furious's
listen,
house.
We'll take
chicken
you to
pie shop,
Lolitas.
chicken pie shop in San Diego.
Ooh, North Park.
Oh,
That's my spot.
Oh,
That's the spot.
Bro, what else? She
Damn,
she
I'm
has to have
hungry.
Lolitas every time we go.
Lolitas.
Oh,
Yay,
Lolitas,
yay.
everybody knows
Lolitas
There
in the
it is.
Cali-
She knows what
Bro.
the deal is, man.
Bro,
But you know
California burrito.
yeah.
And then there's this place in Chula Vista called El Patio that we go to, bro.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
Mexican spot.
Is that by the
Dog.
Costco? What is that? Is that the one by the
Yep,
Costco?
yeah. Yeah, that's over by Costco.
And then
my
her family friends actually own Family House. Their family friends are theirs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we go. I mean,
I
we go
like
to family.
that.
Bro,
Yo.
Family House is
Wait,
the shit.
a family house in Chula Vista?
Yeah, this Family House of Pancakes in Chula Vista.
Yeah.
Man,
Bet.
I have a really close friend who's like, okay, so I'm so sorry, we're on a tangent.
Well,
But I
another.
have a
Yeah,
friend
we're like all over the board right now.
who works at Family House, and all the Family House employees never fucking leave. You can't get a job
no.
there unless somebody passes
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, well, they're split up. So like the daughter, which is how we know the family, is my wife's Allison. Her little sister Nikki went to school with the daughter, the granddaughter. So like they started from scratch, man.
And
So-
their food is the shit.
Oh my god,
What
bro.
kind of cuisine?
It's
Breakfast.
It's breakfast.
stuff.
Like it's
That's like
it's the-
my favorite.
it's the dopest
Yeah.
breakfast spot to me in California, hands down.
No, I love Family House because my homegirl works there and she always
Hands
looking
down.
it up.
Ooh.
Like I never have to pay, and so it's like a great place to bring a date. But
Oh my God, Savo,
Oh
don't
my
be cheap. Don't be fucking cheap.
Oh,
What?
sick.
that means I got more money to spend on you. Don't
Oh
Okay,
my
okay.
God.
Okay, okay.
And-
Nice
any-
save.
anyways.
Nice save.
But the best breakfast place in San Diego is Perry's, the one in Sports Arena.
Oh
underneath
yeah,
the bridge.
Yeah.
definitely. It is.
Really?
Yes.
They got
it
the
is
little
really-
baby cakes
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Man.
All right, I'm
stop it.
gonna have to ask her about
Perry's.
that. I'm
Paris
gonna have to ask her about that.
is awesome.
CyberKid.
Yes, sir.
5 pieces of advice to new DJ streamers on Twitch.
Oh my god, I just started myself. You want me to answer these?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
5
Pro
pieces of
now,
advice,
though.
dude.
No, not a pro, not a pro.
Yes, you
are. 5 pieces of
Okay, we covered a couple of them already. Don't worry about the numbers.
Mhm.
Don't worry about
The numbers. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't watch the numbers. Don't check your shit every day. Like, don't do
Yep.
that.
Don't
Like,
worry
be
about
happy.
numbers.
And it's tough. Like the hardest part about especially when you're first starting, trying to get to that affiliate stage, is getting through those times where there's 2 people,
Yep.
where there's 1 person in
Yeah.
your room.
Yep.
Like, don't give up during that, because it only gets better from there. And like, if you're like me, like I'll play like there's 1,000 people in my room if I got 2, and
Yeah.
we'll just have a fucking blast.
You have to.
You never know. You never
Like,
know who's gonna come in your room.
If you are doing it for, for the followers or for the cloud, I want to say, I hate using that word because I really hate that word.
Mm.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's a struggle, man. Like, not everybody gets that, makes that affiliate. Or I know people now that I try to check in with as many. If you're coming into my room and you're checking in, like I'm checking in with you. Like I'm active in your chat. I'll gift a sub if you've gotten there yet. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one to give 5 and get it started. You know what I mean? To help everybody out. But like, you gotta stay humble with it. Like it's a platform just like anything else. Just like when IG came out, just like
Yep.
when Facebook came out and MySpace came out and all that other shit. Like, it's just another platform.
Yep.
And what Tabo said, like, you're only gonna get as much out of it as you put into it. So if you want to give up right away, like I just say don't do it. You know what I mean? Don't give up, because that's the hardest time. If you get through those first couple of weeks where you got nobody in your room and people haven't figured out that you're there yet, like don't worry about it. People are gonna figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it
Mhm.
out, man.
So we
And you got homies, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
We got
My
don't
next
worry
piece-
about it. We said don't give it up. That's
Yeah.
number 2. What's number 3?
Ask for help if you
Ask
need it.
for help.
Definitely.
Ask
Nice.
for
Yes.
fucking help, man.
Yep.
Ask
Don't be
for help.
afraid to ask for help, man. Call me, shit, hit me, I'll help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you may see guys at what you believe to be another level, but if you don't ask them for some, or you don't hit them up and you know, help, you know, friend them and just be sincere about it, like, yo, you never know if they're gonna help you or not. And if they don't, well, fuck them then.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
but you know, it's like that, you know, you might get that response from people like, yo, I don't know you, like, get the fuck out of here. But no, it's happened to me, you know.
Mhm.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I know this dude, like, I met him before. Fuck you, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's happened to me. So I know that the shit happens. Number 4, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, the big D.
Don't be a dick, man.
No
Respect-
pause. No pause.
Don't go into other people's chat rooms, flooding your fucking links with add me on Discord,
Right?
check my
Oh
stream
my
out. Like, yo,
God.
there's an etiquette to all of that
Right.
shit, man. Don't go into other rooms asking for raids. Like, don't hit people in the whispers if you don't know them asking for a raid. Like,
Oh,
don't ask them
shit.
what time they're gonna get off. Like,
right.
don't do that.
Yeah.
And
Like,
don't be subliminal about your shit. Don't come into the stream and go, oh yeah, when I'm DJing on my channel
At 3 o'clock
7
today, yeah.
Don't do that subliminal shit. We know about that shit too, fucker.
Right.
Don't do that shit, man. Like if you want to get to know a person and go into their stream, support them, man. Support them for real. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit if they got 300 people, 3,000 people, or 3 people. Like, yo, support them the same way.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that would be probably number 4 for me. And number 5, which I believe is super, super, super important. Thank your mods. Take care of your
mods. Thank you,
Yeah.
mods.
I'm very
Thank you.
good at that.
Listen,
Yes.
listen.
I love
have
you,
my
mods.
wife
360
mods
is an
for me.
awesome mod. Thank
I
you.
love
Appreciate
my
your
mods.
fucking mods. Like, 100. I didn't know what a mod was. I didn't have one, but my wife mods for me when she has time. Sarah Punzi mods for me. Sarah K mods for me, and I got a couple other friends that do it. Chris,
So they have to
also.
be Sarah's.
Yeah, you know, it just ended up that way. I just
The
noticed that.
prerequisite is Sarah.
You
I
know,
know
it
I
just
get
ended up that
confused.
way. No, but like, you know, Chris Cut will mod for me. I mod for
Cut,
Just
shout out
Incredible.
Chris
Like,
Cut.
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like appreciate the time that your mods are taking to take care of your
Yes.
channel, man, and take
Yes.
care of them and respect them 1,000%, because they don't got to do that shit. They're
Yeah,
not getting
they
paid
don't.
for that shit.
I appreciate you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
take them
appreciate
out to
it.
eat.
I
Well, we don't
appreciate
go
you.
any like I'm a, like we don't.
I'll s-
We don't go nowhere.
I'll
We go
send
to
you
work,
I'll
store,
send you
and home.
pictures of Lolitas. How about that?
Oh,
Well, I'm
Don't do
coming to
that.
San Francisco to go try that burrito though. 360.
well, you keep talking about it. Come make the trip. Let's
My-
do it.
I'm-
Let's
I'm
go.
coming well, I'm on vacation. Coming
My
up.
favorite coffee spot is in San Francisco.
Where is that?
That Blue Bottle coffee.
Really?
Oh my
Alright,
god, that's
no, it's
so good.
It's good.
Alright.
She's
It's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I used to work
No.
right by one, so I would have that often, and that's probably why.
All right.
We went there. Gusto put me onto that, and I was like, "Oh my god, we went there. It was so good."
I gotta
Yeah.
try that now too.
All right, CyberKid.
I-
Next question.
Okay,
Yes.
that's 5. Yeah.
5 pieces of advice for DJs trying to break into the Las Vegas market.
Oh Jesus. 1, don't.
Is
Get
there
out.
one?
One,
is there a market? still?
It's,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Fuck. When the
post-
market is
yeah,
back.
When the
When the
market, is,
market is
back.
back.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of. But
It'll
to
be
be honest with
different,
you,
right?
man, it's kind of parallel to Twitch, man. Like,
Yeah.
respect people.
worry about your
Don't go to
numbers.
people's gigs and try to like underline your
Yes.
agenda. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Respect people. Go support people. If and don't ever feel, this is probably another one, but always feel like you can learn something from somebody, no matter
Always.
what. Like, I go out and watch DJs well, I
Yes.
used to all the time, because I wanted to know if I was on the right track, or I was
Right.
playing the right records, or oh my god, I can't believe he played. I gotta put that shit back in my computer. Like, how many times has that
Right.
happened to you?
All the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so, you know, just I guess just, you know, don't go with predetermined, like, don't go underline shit, man. Don't try to like be sneaky about your
Don't be
shit
fake.
in Vegas, because Vegas will eat you alive.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Yes.
Shit, and spit you back out, and then go back and get
And then,
you
yeah,
again.
seconds, yeah.
Yeah, he'll come back for seconds, man.
And run you over with a truck.
Run you over with the bus.
That on to my next point. You will not come here and outdo Vegas. Like it won't
No.
happen. Like if you think you're gonna come here and wild the fuck out for a weekend and DJ out, bro, you're gonna miss your gig. You're
Yep.
gonna throw up. You're gonna get
Yep.
alcohol poisoning.
Yep.
Like, don't
Been
come
there.
here with your chest out thinking that
I've
you're gonna
been there.
beat Vegas. Because you, as one of my boys, DJ Rocco, found out, like you ain't beating Vegas, dog.
Yeah.
Like it's just not gonna happen.
Been there.
You know what I mean? So
I don't even go as hard as you, and
No.
like all the clubs that you're doing. I'm fucking like, oh man, I'm
No.
defeated.
Don't-
Like I just want to go home.
I'd like
after.
I'd like to say I don't go as hard as I used to anymore. Like there was a good strain of years where, fuck, 7 days a week just blacked out like every day.
No.
Ooh,
Don't do it.
I
Yeah.
remember those days.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're doing, Tuesday night on here, Wednesday night in here, Thursday day at Towel Beach, Friday night here, like
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like it just all starts to go together. There was a time where I was working 11 shifts in a week,
Wow.
like, and that's on top of my daughter was already born, so trying to be a dad and balance that. You know what I mean? What were we on? Number 3?
Yeah, we said you
Mhm.
said yeah.
3.
No, number
Uh,
4. We're number 4.
I guess
right?
this is more for
Four.
people that are already somewhat got their foot in the door, I guess. Make sure to balance, like take time to take care of yourself, like balance your life
Yes.
with
Take care
your
of
Vegas
yourself.
life, like
I
your regular
agree with
life and your
that.
Vegas life. Like don't it's hard to say don't go all in Vegas because you kind of have to, but like there's always going to be another time to have that shot, or there's always going to be another time where you can go hang out with your boys till 3 a.m. Like there's always going to be that time. It's a 24-hour city. Like don't try to do it all in a weekend. Don't overexert yourself. Like you have to take care of yourself here, or you're gonna kill yourself.
You're gonna
Mhm.
burn out.
Like one of our good friends, man, got alcohol poisoning, almost died.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Really?
And-
God damn.
yeah, man, and he's a very, very respected DJ, like very, very
Wow.
respected, and he almost died twice. And I was
Wow.
like, dog, like, what is wrong with you? Like, you gotta get,
Telling
and
you.
thank God now, like, he's fucking healthy and he fucking looks great, and you know what I mean, like, because you can lose everything,
Mhm.
Right.
So that would lead me to my last point, I guess. I guess don't take it for granted, but like cherish what you have. Like when you
Cherish
have
what
it,
you
like
have,
don't
yes.
be worried about why you don't have that gig.
Yeah.
Be
Yes.
happy that you have the gig that you have.
Yes.
Always what is the word I'm looking? Be appreciative of
Yeah.
what you
Yes.
have, because there's 90 other dudes right
Yes.
behind you just begging to be in your position.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
But,
I
okay, so
speaking from experience, I had to learn that over and over. I'm still learning it, to be honest with you.
I'm
Shit,
still
a
learning.
couple weeks ago I was like, fuck that motherfucker.
ooh,
Yeah, I'm still learning it myself.
And
So-
you'll always be a student if you keep that open mind and you always feel like you can learn something from somebody, So it goes back to that other point. Go ahead, 360. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
a
off.
lot of those things are like when you already have your foot in the door, right? But how about for the DJs that want to actually get into Vegas, because once you're there, then those are the things that you practice, right?
Yeah.
So how would one, if they were interested in the Vegas market, get there? Because it's the way Vegas is run.
Yeah, I mean, there's no secret, man. Vegas is a big high school. Like it's not a secret. Anybody that tells you different is completely lying to you. It is. No, listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like Vegas is a big high school. These
Mhm.
guys have these gigs because of who they're affiliated with.
It's always
These
like that.
guys, this guy has this job and runs
Mhm.
these casinos because this guy was his boy in fucking high school. Like
Mhm.
it happens that way.
Yep.
And there's nothing you can do to change it. It will always be that way. And if you feel some type of way about that, then just don't enter that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're trying to get into Vegas, my biggest thing would probably say, learn the market first.
Learn
Consume it.
the
Come here.
market.
Come visit. Come
Consume.
visit. Go to
Yeah,
these
be a
clubs.
consumer.
Be a
patron.
consumer. Be a patron. Go sit out in 3,000 people watching Calvin Harris, or go
Yes.
to these industry nights and watch what these guys are doing.
Yes.
There's a
Network.
reason. Maybe you may not see it, but there's a reason
Yes.
those guys are in that place. There's a
Yeah.
reason Fives had a residency for 14 years.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? On top of being an incredible DJ. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason Hollywood's been around forever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
learn the market. Come to Vegas and learn the market. Go watch. Shout out to E-Rock. Like go see E-Rock. Go see what he's doing and why he's doing it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you'll learn a lot.
You'll
Yeah.
learn a lot. Like always go into a venue going to watch a DJ with a fucking open mind. Don't be like, well, I can do that shit too. No, you can't because you don't know what
Yeah.
it took for him
Oh,
to get to
man.
that spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't know how many
100.
times, you know, because E-Rock's in the chat, I'm gonna bring up E-Rock. You don't know how many times a manager has told him, bro, I need you to kill this shit right now. We're gonna bring out a $10,000 bottle. Or I need you to play fucking New Kids on the Block right now. Like that takes a whole nother type of person in general. Like that gets under your skin after a while. Like you have to be able to learn the market and don't feel like you can come
Yeah.
and change Vegas. Vegas is Vegas. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna change Vegas. You know, man, watch these guys that are in these positions that are doing the things that they're doing. Watch them and learn from them. Don't be like, I can do that shit. You might be
Yeah.
able to. That's cool. But guess what? He's in that position right now. So learn and watch what he's
Yeah.
doing. So that would be my
Well,
fifth. Like,
You know what I always notice is that when you guys make that shit look so motherfucking easy, that
Yeah, just
normally
effortless.
the more effortless, the more easy it fucking looks, the more time it took in to
Exactly.
make it look like that.
Yeah.
So you might think you can do that shit, but these cats have been doing it for 15, 20 motherfucking years, grinding. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just be the best wherever you are. If you're
Yeah.
in Madison, Wisconsin, be the
Be the
best
best.
DJ in motherfucking Madison, Wisconsin.
Run your
man. You're gonna
city
cross
first.
paths.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rage,
I mean-
how many people do you guys know? You guys know so many people in the industry from motherfucking New York to you
To the
know
Philippines.
LA,
Mhm.
you know, to So if you're the best wherever the fuck you are, you're in Nashville, Tennessee, fucking kill that shit in Nashville, Tennessee. One of these cats is gonna catch you. You feel
and
me?
come to Vegas and learn from these guys. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Oh man.
Like I've been DJing since 1994. Franzen was a little bit before me. The guy's a legend in my book. You know what I mean? We've been DJing almost the same amount of time. We've been on the radio almost the same amount of time. We got the same kind of respect for each other. But guess what? Every time I watch that motherfucker, I learn something.
There's always
I'm
something
still
new to
learning
learn.
from that
Yeah.
God, and I've DJed
That
with him
dude.
3
Yeah,
nights
that
a week
dude.
for the past 5 years. I'm
Right.
with him, and I still learn something every fucking day. I'm with him.
Even on E-Rock on Twitch, I'm still learning from
Yeah.
him too. man.
Yeah, fuck.
Absolutely.
But you know what I'm saying?
know?
Like, just learn,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Be a
It's a
student of the
lesson,
game.
man.
Don't ever let that shit go. And again, you know, I'm speaking from experiences, man. Like E-Rock knows. Like we talked about the story about me beating up my boss. Like, bro, I was a
Everybody knows about that story,
I was
bro.
a piece of shit for a long time, and it took all of that and losing gigs because I was a dick and talking shit to people because I thought I was better than them. Like none of that shit fucking matters anymore, man. Like
Yeah.
support the people you want to support. Be happy that they're in the position that they're in, and I promise you that shit will come full circle
Oh my
for you.
gosh.
Be happy for people, man.
Genuinely.
Genuinely happy, not fake happy.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, let me go have a show with you. Like, no, we don't want
And
to.
there are people like that.
No, but we know that shit though.
Watch them. Watch them.
Oh, and I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
play that
we
out
could
too.
see that. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you play that out.
Right.
What?
It's
You're
kind of
fooling me. You
fun.
ain't fooling
It's
nobody.
kind of fun.
I see
know
you
what I mean?
coming a mile away. I see you.
All of these guys have been in positions for 20 years. You ain't fooling nobody. Come on.
Yeah, we know.
I see you
we
coming a
can see it
mile
coming
away.
like around the corner already. We can see you from a mile away.
I can smell you like Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, like just be genuinely happy for people, man. At the end of the day, shit,
You have
know.
to. You have to.
So
Yeah,
But
and
the
then
thing
one-
about that too is just that, like, I mean, it always comes back to the relationship that you build, because if you do good by somebody, they're gonna remember you for
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and they're gonna be like, you know what, I
Always.
need somebody to fill
Always.
this, or, you know what, oh, I need 5 people, and you're like, okay, I got my 4, but I need
Always.
the 5th, and you know what, 360 or Savo, Furious, any of those guys, I'll refer them in a heartbeat because I know that they are good to me, and we've built a good relationship.
but if they don't, then cool.
yeah.
Like don't feel away because you didn't,
Exactly.
because you didn't get that referral.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, that could ruin you. So
I champion all my homeboys all the
that's the
time.
perfect word.
And-
Champion all those
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers.
Mhm.
And if I got my foot in the door, I'm really trying to bring in my crew, and I'm trying to bring in my friends, and I'm trying to bring in people who are 100%, because if I help bring them in, and they do 100%, that makes me fucking look good too.
It's a good
You feel me?
reflection. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I champion all my homeboys. Listen, I'm old school hip hop. So if you ask me, my motherfucking crew is the dopest in the game. You feel me? My friends are the dopest in the game. I tell people, we were just saying this over at X-Ray's house the other day. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm old school. Like, if you ask me, I'm the dopest fucking artist there is on Twitch. Matter of fact, I'm probably the dopest motherfucking artist in the nation. But that's that old school
mentality.
That's that old school graffiti kind of thing. I
Yeah.
champion my friends. I love when my friends fucking win. I love watching everybody grow. That's why I go and I visit some of those channels that got 1 or 2 or 3 people in it, because those are the people you can be there and watch them grow.
Yep.
You never
And
know,
don't
too.
think that, right.
You never know.
Don't
Like, you
think-
could be that one person that changes that dude's whole perspective
Yep.
on it. Like, damn, he came and visited me. Like, oh shit. Even now, like when Deluxe or Gus or E-Rock or somebody like 360, you guys come into my room, I'm like, oh, you see me, Furious? I'm like, oh shit. I get excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to see
excited
my
too.
people. You know what I mean? I love that shit. I want to see everybody,
thing
you know,
about that-
talking together and hanging
Right.
out together.
But for you, CyberKid, like I noticed, like everybody, like whether it be a big name or somebody that may not be well known, you give them like the same kind of love, and that's what I love about that channel. Like coming
I'm
to go
happy.
see you.
Yeah.
I'm
Coming
happy
to
that
see
they're
you.
there because you know what? They don't gotta be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At the end of the
Right?
day, they don't
have
gotta
to
be.
be.
Right?
I got a
Yeah,
question.
Cyber,
I
you
got
do
one question
kinda-
though. What?
You get
what?
hype, man.
I get-
DJ Moose Knuckle from North Dakota will come in your goddamn
Moose
chat.
Knuckle is just like the best name.
because I'm
ever.
so
DJ Moose Knuckle.
Moose
I
Knuckle.
do. But I got a question for that though. About back to Sable for like your crew, right? You champion
Yeah.
your crew, but do you also tell them when you don't think they're ready?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, he
answer
does.
There you
that.
go.
Answer
Yes,
that.
he does.
Because I've done a lot of that as well, and in Vegas, a lot of
You
people
have
don't want to hear
to.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like I've had
They
to
don't
tell
wanna
like,
take
bro,
that
you're
credit.
not
And then
ready
you
to
look
take
like
that
the
gig,
bad
dog.
guy.
Yep.
And
You
I'm
look
the
like
bad
the
guy.
bad guy.
Are
But
you
you're
just hating? I'm like,
looking
nah,
out for
dude,
them.
I'm really trying to help you. Like, you're
Yeah.
not ready for that shit. You don't got the experience yet to be dealing with that kind of shit. I don't want you to go and fail, but then
Yeah.
nobody sees it like that.
I'm glad you brought that up because me and Rage talk about it in several episodes all the time. There are people that ask us, "Yo, can we DJ over there with you at the Mandalay? Can we do that?" I'm like, yeah. I go, can you like what else can you play outside of 90s hip hop?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look like a dick telling them
yeah,
like
yeah,
you can't do what we can do, but that's
Yeah.
not what you mean.
yeah, you
I mean,
know?
honestly,
But
my
if- but
delivery
if
is
you're a
probably
real
part of that
friend-
reason.
it's how you articulate.
My delivery is
CyberKid.
horrible.
You
but-
gotta.
it's
Mine
like, nah,
is
you
too.
fucking suck. Get out of here.
No, this
But
is
if
what
you're
I
like
always
the,
I,
the person that would really grow from that, or like the one that you really want to help, is like, okay, CyberKid, what can I do then? What do I need? What am I missing? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the
consume.
thing.
Right.
They're not asking that
Consume.
question though. Like, I'm not
yeah,
gonna
they
force
want
that
the
down their
handout.
throat. They want a handout. You know, and not everybody's like that. But there's a big handful of guys that are like that, or,
Yeah.
and females, you know, in
yeah,
general.
yeah.
And don't like, and not because 360's in the room, but don't fucking hate on female DJs because they're fucking females.
yeah,
Dude,
right.
Right
that
there.
shit is so fucking whack to me.
I
That
like
shit is
it.
whack.
That shit is
because I
trash
could
to
prove
me.
them wrong.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
We sound like
Go ahead
old
and
ass
talk
grumpy
shit
old
about
men
me.
that are mad.
Right?
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Then
Like,
let
that
me
shit's-
play for you.
And it's different. What if my daughter became a DJ? Like, they're not going. They're gonna be fucking doctors if I get my way. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at it like that, and it's like, bro, like I never hated on like I told you, I used to carry Miss Joy's crates to town.
Yeah.
I used to help her.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I didn't know her. She was nice to me. Fuck, I carry her crate. She needed help. Don't be hating on people like that. That shit is
So cool,
trash,
though.
man. That
Yeah.
shit's
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? But I guarantee you, there's somebody out there that don't like her because she took a gig away, or whatever. Man, that shit is so old and done with already.
That's not her problem, though. That's their problem,
yeah,
not hers.
facts.
Yeah.
Take
Sorry.
take a look at.
That's all I was gonna say. Like, you know, you just gotta be that friend that if you got a booger in your nose, I'm gonna tell you. You got
Be
a
like,
booger in your
save,
nose.
save-o.
But I don't need to announce it to the motherfucking world. Hey,
Yeah.
homie,
Oh, man.
hey, come here. You got a booger in your nose.
Echo,
I can be like,
echo.
look, hey,
You
man.
got a booger up your fucking nose.
Yeah, man.
Moko.
You gotta be willing to tell the people around you, man, the
if you're a
truth.
real friend.
If
Yeah,
you're a real
yeah.
friend, like don't let them go out to the fire, man, without being prepared.
Yeah.
Like don't
And
do that
that's
because
what
then you
you're
just
doing.
But you
That's what
try.
you're
Sometimes
doing.
you try.
Yeah.
Like you know,
Yeah, but if you
I'll tell
try-
them to come to my venue that I do open format here in San Diego. You know, because I did I had a monthly in Vegas, so I said, yo, come over here first to San Diego and do it, and then do an open format set, and then be like, nah, I'm good. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
see,
right,
that's-
Fierce did that. He came around with me. I was DJing,
Yeah.
but pretty much every night.
yeah, and
When-
he showed me.
When
and,
I was
and walked
traveling,
away.
a lot when I was traveling to different states or whatever, the first thing I would do is call whoever I knew in that market
Mm-hmm.
and ask them, "Yo, what are you guys playing? What's popping in the club out there?"
Yeah.
And for guys that do travel, when we get back to this, I don't travel anymore. It's fucking draining on the body.
Yeah.
but respect the openers in those markets, man.
Mhm.
Oh,
Those are the
man.
guys that kept that party going.
But,
Like when I go to San Diego, man, I don't give a fuck who's opening for me. I'm like, bro, you're the god.
Yo,
Thank you so
speak
much.
on that. Speak on that.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like you have to respect those guys, man.
Yeah.
Like
That's
and
a
I've
hard
learned that
job.
Speak
from-
on
That
that.
is a really hard job.
from guys like AM or whoever that have come in, and Tiesto, and that have come in and been like, thank you. Like I'm like, yo, they don't gotta say thank you to me, but he said thank you. Like, yo, you did a great job. Thank you for
Mhm.
setting this up. And it's not everybody's like that, but just if you can be like that and respect those guys. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some motherfuckers that'll just dish your whole shit right before
Yeah,
you get
right. They'll
on.
burn you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know
Mhm.
what? Fuck it. Graham Funk told me one day. I remember. I forgot where we were. The dude burned the shit out of him. That motherfucker started off with Madonna, first song
Some
out the
different,
gate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good
Oh,
night. Oh,
okay.
see, look at that. We're good night. We
No,
getting
my,
in
my
trouble.
daughter's shit. What time is it?
I
Fuck.
know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
All
know.
right,
We're a
let's,
little
It
bit
uh,
goes by
over. We're
My
a
bad,
little
fast.
bit
It goes
over.
by really
Let's,
fast.
All right.
I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No.
No, that's
we
good,
always
bro.
do
That's
this.
good.
Every time.
Our podcast is always
We
always
say it's
It
2
always
hours, and we
does.
always go over it. All right, so
but
let's
it goes over.
let's do promo time. What you got coming up, CyberKid? What you got coming up?
Let's see. So I'm doing a set on Twitch at 3 tomorrow.
3 p.m. That's it.
Yeah.
Bow.
Saturday, I'm gonna travel to the store and then I'm gonna come back and be on Twitch. I actually gotta plug this really quick. I got some merch coming out. We got like alcohol tumblers, water bottles, hats.
I
t-shirts
saw
coming out.
that.
Did you
you
see
said
it?
you
Nice.
got me.
I got you. So
I really want one or two.
wifey is designing everything. She's killing it. So we got those coming out, but I'm actually designing a summer hot girl Rona tee, and it's got my
Ooh.
tour schedule, and it's like
Ooh, nice.
Pop
IG
every
Live,
day.
Twitch,
Nice.
like so, and it's got So
I
we
love it.
that tee will be coming out
Yo,
soon.
I want
but,
that shirt right there.
but yeah, man, like just I'm on Twitch 3 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
Add me on Instagram. It's the same as
Yep.
my Twitch handle, CyberKid Official on IG.
3 o'clock what?
3
3
o'clock
o'clock what?
Pacific.
Pacific.
Daylight
See what I'm
time.
saying?
Pacific time.
PDT.
I forget
PDT.
Pacific, right? Is it Pacific?
P-
Yes,
PDT.
PST.
Fucking old.
No, we're not
Um,
standard time, guys. We're,
we're
in
not?
No,
daylight time.
PST.
Is it
P-
PST?
it's we're not in standard time. We're in daylight time. PDT.
PDT.
Listen,
PDT.
LA time,
Oh,
3
okay,
o'clock.
PDT.
Okay,
Yeah,
whatever
LA
LA
time.
time.
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
California and
West
Nevada
Coast.
time. PDT.
West Coast.
3 o'clock. I might push it to 4, but for right now, it's every day at 3. And then, man, I'm on Twitch, man. I'm in and out of chats all the time. You guys know, like I'm always popping in and popping out. Pause.
Yeah, popping in.
But yeah, man, that's it,
My
man.
life
I
story.
got the radio station, Hot 975 in Vegas,
Hot 975 Vegas.
kvegas.com.
There he is.
That's it, man.
You know,
I'm here. So
And then
anybody ever
you,
need questions,
you
man,
might
hit me
you
up.
might have a regular Saturday gig on Twitch, right? Called Club X, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I mean,
plug that away because I said yes already. So
It's in the
There
works.
you go.
I said yes already. So go ahead. I'm gonna let you give the details on that one.
All right. Okay. 360. What's up with you?
Oh well, I have 360 Thursdays, of
360
course, and then
Thursdays.
I have Furious Fridays. I'll be on at 9.
Furious
9 p.m.,
Fridays.
right?
That's
Furious?
right. That is correct. 9 p.m.
Yes. And those are the only 2 planned days, probably a pop up or 2. But I am doing giveaways this week, so I have. I don't know if you guys saw my Saturday stream. I was wearing my I am everyday
Everyday.
people
Yeah.
Yes.
shirt that I actually found a couple that were left. And so I'll be giving those away, but you have to be a subscriber. and in the chat with us.
Nice.
at the same time.
Subscribe.
So you got to
Yes.
subscribe or be a subscriber
Yeah.
and be in the chat when we do the giveaways.
Nice.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, let me back up right quick. If you guys are watching on your phone or watching on your computer or your tablet or whatever, you should see that dynamic follow button that's got CyberKid's name on there. Make sure you hit that so you can give him that follow. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You
then-
will not regret
then
it. He
subscribe.
puts on
You
a
will
good
not.
show.
And
Yeah.
then if you feel like it, you can. I will be. I'm nearing up to 1,000 followers
Let's go.
right now.
Let's
So when
get
I,
it.
when I do hit 1,000, I'm gonna do a 10-hour set straight.
Let's go.
Nice.
We might have to do it at Club X. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Let's do
Ooh.
Let's
I'm,
go.
I'm gonna do 10 hours straight.
Damn.
And then once I get all of this in order, because it's completely out of order right now, I will be doing a once a month all vinyl set.
Once a
on
month,
I love
all
it.
vinyl.
I
Let's
love
get
it.
it. Rage, you should do
So-
a once a month set all vinyl. Oh, your vinyl's all here, so you can
That's some of my vinyl.
you can do it here. You can do it here.
I
But
know.
yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I want to kind of just get back into that, and shout out to B Junkies, shout out you guys, man. I had fucking fun. I was kind of nervous actually coming on here.
What?
I
Nah,
know
man.
we had that
Yeah.
conversation. He's
We-
like, we were talking about. I was like,
We
you're
talked.
gonna be good. You'll be good.
Everybody says that. But, we
But
end up
again,
with
that goes
hanging
back
out.
to that what I was saying. Like I could hit her like, yo, I'm kind of nervous. Like, what do I say? Ask for help. Like, just ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
So-
mean, at the same time, it's not like you're above everything. You know what I mean? Like you're still like real down to earth and humbled, and I love that. Like
I am
I
now.
think that
I
that's
like to say I am now.
hey, all of us at one point, like we go through the egos. I mean, DJing has the egos,
It's
right?
a
But then you
monster.
learn, then you learn,
Then
then
you
you
learn.
learn how to be, and then yeah.
We're rock stars, didn't you know? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Don't you
that's
know who
on
I am? Like,
stage, but the relationships that we get or
Yeah.
make, that
no, for sure,
it's a big thing.
for sure, man. It's the greatest community in the world.
Yeah, and especially the bridges that you burn with people.
Ooh, that's a
Wow.
whole nother
Not
podcast.
That's a whole
forget
nother
that, like,
podcast.
yeah,
That is a
it's another
whole
thing.
nother podcast. We
Yeah.
will talk about that.
Right?
It's promo time. It's promo time.
It's for, we're not talking about that right.
DJ Rage, what do you have coming up, sir?
I got work at 3:00 in the morning.
Of course.
Nice.
But no, I have Fierce Fridays, which if you guys haven't joined me and joined all of us, I have a good time. I really make it feel like I'm in the club.
Wow.
Last Friday was fun, right?
Yeah. I was.
You left your girl. She was hugging the toilet.
Yo, she was. I
throwing
threw
up.
her in the back, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I threw her in the
so
back,
fun.
and I told everybody
And then
we're
we
gonna
went to go eat.
we went to go eat while she was in the back of the seat, and I had to
Yes.
take care of whoever 360 was with. 360 was with some dude and talking with another chick.
No,
I had
no,
I had to
he-
put it.
No,
I had to put him straight.
he wishes he came with me.
Yeah.
Pause.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
here we
I
go.
thought he
That's a
came
whole
with you.
nother
That's
story.
a big
Okay,
pause
okay.
right there.
Man, I missed a whole
Okay.
lot. God
You
damn.
did.
So
You guys missed
Yeah,
a whole lot. If
Rage
you haven't
was
joined us
playing-
on Fierce Friday yet,
That
You
was
said
funny.
eat
Like
and came in the same
Yeah.
sentence. I'm sick, bro. I'm out.
Yeah.
Fierce Friday
he was on a
lit.
later set, and so
It
I
was
went
lit.
first, and I jumped into his set, and I was like, "Cause somebody get your
Pause.
girl."
Just stop talking. 360.
Oh my
Get your
God.
girl.
My
It
God.
was a good time, but
Oh,
yeah,
I love
Fierce
it.
Friday, we got that coming up. I think I'm actually doing the 6:00.
Oh,
6 o'clock
early.
set, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a 6:00. Then are we starting Club X this Saturday?
Oh yeah, we're starting Club X this Saturday.
Okay, then we got Club X Saturday. Then Sunday I was thinking about doing a pop-up if I'm not doing anything, but I was thinking about doing that.
You're not doing nothing, bro. Sunday it
You ain't
is. Let's
doing
go.
I
Sunday,
know,
let's
let's
get
do
it. Let's get it.
Then we had I had a little get together with my boys back in last week, and we're all talking about merch. So my boy Designs and my boy Yambao, and
Shout out
we
to
got
Yambao.
merch. We got merch coming out. So
Dope.
we're working on that too. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Got the hookup.
Mhm.
Love
So
it.
that's
Sabo,
it.
what you got?
First, I want to say what's up to chat. I'm so sorry, all of us. We read your chat. We get to see what you guys are saying in chat. Just sometimes because of the conversation, we can't just type back. We try to catch everything that you guys say, but we appreciate all of you guys being
Yep.
here. Make sure you tell your mom, your baby mama, and everybody to come through
Your
and
side
just check
chick.
it out.
Yeah, your
man.
side chick.
Right, right.
Whoever you're in an
Um,
entanglement with, just let them
yeah.
know.
Entanglement. Wow.
Yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
thank you to everybody too. Everybody
Yeah.
that follow us, everybody that's in the chat. I want to say thank you. I love you guys. I mean, we wouldn't be here if you guys weren't here. So I want to say,
Facts.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm having a good time now. I used to be so nervous. I
Oh
used
my
to
God,
tell
this dude.
Furious, I was like, dude, I don't know if I could turn that camera on
like,
again, but
Yeah.
I'm having a good time and I'm getting hooked. So I wouldn't have done it without all you guys that's in chat and that follows us. But thank
And
you.
all of us, we
And
didn't
all
know
the mods
this.
that mods in my room.
Shout out to the
you-
mods.
Shout out
man.
to the mods.
Shout
when
out to
all
the
this is all
mods.
done and I got some stuff I'm working on, I will take care of you and I got some stuff coming up. So we're gonna
Awesome.
do that.
And nobody noticed that Rage landed and took the limo to the studio. Now he's back in the
Oh, no.
studio.
He's out in the
Landed.
plane now.
Y'all
And also,
noticed
I
when we
can't
started,
forget-
he was in his plane.
I can't
Yeah.
forget my Chicago people. They're always in my room and they take care of me and I love you guys. Dance from home. I haven't got my schedule yet. I don't know if I'm doing dance from home yet, but I will check on that. But I will never forget you guys either. So big ups to the Chicago peeps out there.
Dope.
They are some
But,
loyal ass people. Chicago. Big ups to
yeah.
Chicago for real. Like, always got to shout them out.
Shout out to Shy-Ton. My second thing is that I'm single, ladies. I'm ready to mingle. Just putting that out there. I'm on the campaign trail this year. Motherfuckers trying to get married before I pass away.
Oh my God.
And other than that, man, I'm working on a lot of digital art right now. I've got two people commissions that I'm doing of people who passed away, so I'm working on those right now. And just art stuff. You guys can check me out on my IG. It's the Block, THABLOCK, where everybody wants to be and hang out. You guys can check that out. As far as my stream schedule, man, it's coming along. We'll get there. Other than that, every Monday night, 7 p.m. West Coast time, we're right here for Fired Up and Furious with my crew. So that's about it. Other than that, and I'm giving away, just like 360, I'm giving away on my stream an OnlyFans account to my OnlyFans.
Yes.
You like build this up.
Yes.
We're like, what's he gonna give
Is-
away?
It's normally
Yes.
$19.95. I'm gonna give one person a free OnlyFans.
Oh my
It's
God.
good for a whole month.
We should give it to CYBERKID since he's.
No.
Let's give it to him.
I don't know if Cyber can handle all this.
I'll
He
I'll
may
re-gift.
not.
He said he'll
He might-
re-gift.
he's gonna re-
He said he'll re-gift. I love it. But
Listen, you
this
pay
is
it forward. You know what I'm saying?
if you guys are new to Twitch and DJs, all these Corona DJs, listen, man.
Corona
we're
DJs,
doing-
that's me.
All you
Oh,
guys-
Shit.
You know what we're doing about like rating each other and talking each other up and sharing all the love and stuff. That's not typical on Twitch.
Oh.
You guys don't. You guys might not know that. It might seem like it's typical, but on the gaming side of Twitch,
They don't
it
do
is
that shit.
Very not
Mhm.
typical at all.
Wow.
So this is a very special thing, and so just keep it up, man, because hip hop is very important in my life. You know, that's my life. You know what I mean? My life is hip hop, and to see hip hop growing on Twitch, I felt like the stepchild on Twitch for so many years, and this is the first time in these last 6 months or so that all of a sudden I just see hip hop growing on Twitch. So keep supporting each other. Keep on, spreading the love. Be 100%, and when you're 100%, people are gonna support you and stuff like that. And don't trip. Just keep doing what you're doing, hip hop, because I love it, man. I really, absolutely love Twitch and the look of Twitch right now, bro. I haven't seen so many brown people on Twitch in my life. You feel me? So it's the business. Oh, and 360 sounded hella Filipino earlier. I don't know what you were.
What did I
You
say?
went off on. You
Why
were
is that?
saying something. You were talking a lot. Like you were talking. You were very passionate about what you were saying. And I was like, God damn, she's Filipino like a
Oh
motherfucker.
yeah. Oh, if there's one thing you gotta know about me is I'm very passionate about things. So
Yeah,
was
but
getting
the
gangster.
Filipino came out.
You
in
about
I
to
was
get
like,
shanked.
did
Heard your
I did I
accent.
have an accent?
Yeah, your accent came out.
Someone about to get shanked, man.
Oh Jesus.
All right, so I guess my turn. Yo, so check it out. You know we got this club that goes on. Where's this cam right here? I'm about to pull up this cam right
It's
here.
doing.
Where's this cam right here?
over
Wow, you
there.
see that? Oh shit.
I pointed with my
Damn
lips.
it.
She didn't even see that shit.
I did.
I missed it. I missed
All right,
it.
if you see on the
Go
camera
on.
what's going on right now is look at all those different programs that's going on, right? We got the Fired Up and Furious, right? That's this show right here. It goes on every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. We have the Furious Friday show. Basically, it's a nightclub that runs 5 p.m. to 2 a.m., you know?
Wow.
Right? It goes every Friday. And so this Friday, let's see what we got this Friday. We got my man Kev Mighty. We got at 5 p.m.
Shout out to
DJ
Ken Mighty, man. That's my dog.
There it is right
Yeah.
there. Right? 6 p.m. we got my man Rage.
Echo, echo, echo.
7 p.m. we got my man Ackright.
Right.
8 p.m. we got the homie that he reps Chicago, but he also reps Carson and LA and Las Vegas. So I don't even know where he's from. His name is D Double, right?
D double.
Okay.
So he'll be there. Then it'll be 360 at 9 p.m. And then I'll follow up or try to at 10 p.m. And then it will be my man Jules with Hickeys and Dry Humps at 11 p.m. Les Steezy at 12 p.m. And my man, Mr. I just hit 1,000, Mr. Tour DJ for Joe Coy, Ryan Live is going to be on at 1 a.m.
Echo, echo.
He's going to
echo.
do the after hours. So that's going on this Friday, right? And so also, and if you didn't see this logo, let me pull the logo back up again. You know, we're going to start another show, right? See that in the far right? Club X Twitch nightclub. That's what's going down. Now, maybe Savo might not be down for it, because guess what? We're gonna go ham. We're gonna go like Las Vegas ham on these sets, because I think, you know, we've been playing hip hop, we've been playing a lot of throwback hip hop, but maybe some people forgot what, you know, that we can actually bust down on a headlining set. So that's what it's gonna be all about. It's gonna go from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. We're gonna have 5 DJs rotating, doing 1 hour sets, and we're gonna be knocking out headlining sets on that thing. So that's what's coming up, and it's gonna be myself, Rage, and CyberKid every week. And I just text somebody. She didn't even check her phone, but maybe she checks her phone, and she can be part of it on a weekly basis. And then we're gonna have
ready.
one other DJ, a guest DJ every week show up. So that's the plan, and we're gonna rotate Ryan Live in and out of that too. So
Let's
that's
go.
what we got going on. A lot of things going on here.
And the wake up show.
I started my own morning wake up show. It's going on every for now it's like every other Friday, right? Every other
With
Friday.
Frida, right?
Yes, that's right. Furious and Frida in the morning.
I love it.
Yeah, I actually was
And
able
that's
to bring
different.
Frida.
You guys ain't heard. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet, you haven't heard no shit like this on Twitch. This is some brand new shit that you're gonna absolutely.
I started a morning show
positively love.
on Twitch. I brought Frida in on a cam, and then we do weather, we do traffic. You shout out what city, we're gonna find out. We do like music news, and I even play some music too. So
Jesus, it's a real
Go back
morning
to
show.
radio.
right, it is,
I
it
think I
is.
wanna go back to
Wow,
radio.
what's up, dude? So right here on Twitch, man, no one done it yet on Twitch, but we're doing it. So
That's amazing.
right? So
Right?
that's what's going on. Make sure you guys follow my man CyberKid. Hit that button up there. So big shout out to CyberKid for stopping by for the show.
Thank you guys for having me, man.
Yeah,
That was
man,
amazing.
it's
Cyber.
next
I love
week.
it.
What we got going on next week on the Fired Up and Furious podcast is we have my man Zaldy's gonna come.
Hey,
that's my dog.
Right?
Yep.
Echo,
Now,
echo.
Here's the thing:
echo.
Zaldy's not only we're gonna talk music shit, but he's gonna cook. He's gonna cook, and
Ooh.
my man Chef Rage is gonna cook with him. Now I gotta
Yes.
figure out the logistics, how we're gonna run the camera to my kitchen, and we're gonna do all that and do podcast same time. So It's gonna be
So
off
here
the
comes the
chain.
cooking, guys. You've
Yeah.
been wanting to see me cook, so I'm gonna cook.
It's gonna be off the chain.
That's
so,
dope.
But yeah, so that's what's up, man. But don't go nowhere, because what we always do, we started a new tradition here, is that we have our guest pick who we're gonna raid.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you threw a curveball on
I
the.
should have
wasn't
said
Well,
that
you could have
before.
gave me some warning.
I know,
Damn,
right? I
shit.
should've
Text
done
me
that.
some. You know, I got a phone. Damn.
Yeah, my bad. So yeah, that's what we do, man.
Shit. I'm like,
I
fuck.
forgot about that, dude.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Your sissy,
know.
help me.
In the meantime, in between time,
You know,
All right.
should
the
we give
revolution
suggestions? You know,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Give me, because we're probably not following the same people, so it's different who I see from
Well,
what you see.
I see Bella. I see Franny. I see Flips from the DMV. You know, who else? Who else we
Jesus.
seen?
Dre-
Well, no,
Dre's
but if
on.
but if
But
you,
what's
if
the,
you
what's the
have
strategy
somebody,
though, CyberKid? Do we want to help somebody out, or do we
Yeah.
want to just give somebody the raid?
that's all on
that is
you
a
though,
homie?
Cyber. It's whoever you're following too, man. Whoever it is you want to hit up. It's all about
shit.
you, man. You know,
DJ Flips is on.
you know?
Hey, yeah.
I just
that's a
wanna
good
hit a
choice.
Flips?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good. That's
let's
a good
let's
choice.
shoot it over to the homie Flips, man.
All right, we'll hit up the homie Flips.
Excellent
All right,
choice.
everybody in the Zoom, stick around, and everybody here on the channel, you know the deal. Go over there and let Flips know where you came from.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Fired up and furious. Let me type.
Thank
this
you
in.
guys,
Raid.
man.
Raid.
This
Thank
was
you,
amazing.
CyberKid. This was a really, really good conversation.
spell-
We got to do
Flip.
this
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. All right,
Chat, thank you, chat.
chat. Furious Zone, thank you very much. You know I love you very much, right? So go ahead and let Flips know where you came from. You went from freaking San Diego to the DMV.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Where Chris got
So
it.
good.
All right, y'all.
Yo,